listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for Game 1 in this 6-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and your Bowie Baysox. Well, glad you're with us. Matt Sabatis alongside Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie. It was a bit of a frustrating series between Bowie and Somerset last week. A lot of positives on the pitching end, but the offense was just a little sluggish. They really had a tough time against some respectably great Yankees farm arms. It was only 11 runs scored for the Baysox over that 6-game span. That's the fewest runs that Bowie has scored in any 6-game span all season, regardless of its encapsulated in an individual series or not, but only 11 runs. So the fact that they at least took 2 out of 6 when only scoring 11 runs, that at least means something. That tells you Bowie's pitching was doing a great job, and they'll try to continue that into this series and hopefully do a little bit better against an Akron team that has had their pitching problems here in the second half. Let's set you up for the numbers for today's game. Akron comes in for game number 81 on the season, a 44-36 record, a 1-game losing streak. The Ducks are 4-6 over their last 10 and 20-18 when playing on the road. The Baysox are coming in for game number 82 on the year, a 34-47 mark on the year, a 1-game losing streak, 5-5 over their last 10 and 19-20 when playing in front of the home crowds at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie is 7-5 in the second half, third place in the 6-team Southwest Division, while Akron is 4-7 in the second half, sixth place in the 6-team Southwest Division. Akron is 3.5 games out of first, as the Baysox are only 1 game out of first. Next team closest to them is the Altoona Curve, who are only a half game out of first place. Erie leads the pack with an 8-4 mark in the Southwest. Today's pitching matchup, it'll be Drew Rom versus Hunter Gaddis. Now, Rom comes in following a couple of interesting starts. He really pieced things together well early on last week against Somerset, but when he tried to stretch into the 6th inning, things just got a little bit out of hand. He opened with 5 2/3 scoreless, but then allowed a home run and 3 more base runners before being lifted on that string of 4 consecutive to reach. But he still picked up the win. Bowie's offense was able to back him up on it. Rom has allowed home runs in consecutive games for the first time since mid-August of last season. But so far, he's still only allowed 6 this season for full-time arms. That's the fewest for the Baysox in their rotation this year. So as long as that diverse arsenal that he has is working well for him, if he pitches it low and away on the zone, then he should be fine. On Hunter Gaddis for Akron, a 4-3 mark and a 4.08 ERA this season. He's been on a pretty consistent run, firing at least 5 innings in all but 2 of his starts this year. But since his best start of the year when he fired 6 no-hit innings against Binghamton back in mid-May, he's allowed at least 1 home run in each of his starts since. A string of 7 consecutive starts with at least 1 home run, 9 total home runs, and a 5.35 ERA in that span. And Adam, I don't know if you recall, but the last time Gaddis started at this ballpark, Bowie got a pretty good taste of what they were going to be working with, and Gaddis, he had a bit of a rude awakening for what the season might hold.
Oh, most definitely, no doubt about it. Gaddis really struggled. He allowed 5 runs and did not get out of the first inning in 2/3 of an inning. So, obviously, that was just one start. Many of the Baysox hitters that were a part of that team in the month of April are not a part of this team.
True.
But altogether, obviously, this was a bit of a house of horrors for him his first time out. We'll see what happens here this afternoon.
Roster moves to make mention of ahead of this game. Bowie has returned the great Shane Fontana to its roster. They had an open slot on the active roster limit, so they didn't need to worry about dropping anyone. Fontana just simply reinstated from the injured list from that wrist fracture he suffered making a great catch in center field a couple of months back. But that will be it for the Baysox in terms of their overall roster moves, while Akron has made a couple of changes. They did just recently add infielder Marcos Gonzalez onto the injured list with a left oblique strain. And again, it's very fortunate that they don't have to face off against Daniel Espino this week, the Baysox. Espino has been dealing with right knee soreness for quite some time now and hasn't pitched in a couple of weeks. We look ahead to this series with our weekly chat with the skipper next. Kyle Moore is our guest when we return on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. He's got a lot of great things to say on how the team controlled the running game last week against Somerset, what some of the frustrations were when it came to the offense, and what his expectations are for this week. So we chat with the skipper next. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting ready for the first in this 6-game series between Bowie and Akron. Sitting down for our weekly chat with the Baysox skipper Kyle Moore, and following up on the 6-game tilt in Somerset. Quiet offensive series for Bowie, but the pitching staff put together a lot of great numbers. At least that's a really big positive to take away from it. What did you like most from the staff?
Yeah, for sure. I like the fact that we didn't really walk that many and we struck out a bunch. I think our walk-to-strikeout ratio was really good. I like how all our starters threw the ball for the most part, and we got some good stuff out of the bullpen as well. So overall, everybody threw the ball well. I mean, we did have a major league rehab in Kyle Bradish who threw the ball outstanding. So anytime his stuff kind of overpowered Double-A hitters, and so that's always fun to sort of use as a measuring stick too, because here comes a guy who kind of dominated Double-A, dominated Triple-A, has pitched in the big leagues, and sort of see him against another team, and it's really good for our guys to watch him pitch. We definitely pitched the ball well. We played pretty good defense. We didn't swing it. So, I mean, all of those games could have gone one way or the other. Lost a couple one-run games. Lost one run error, but offensively we just got to get it going. Like you said, we got to score more runs if we want to win series. We got to score more than that. So we pitched well. We played pretty good defense. We got to fire those bats back up.
The walks offensively have been taking a bit of a dip. Is there going to be any sort of change or adjustment to try and get that back up to where it was at the first half?
For sure. I mean, I don't think we're really super conscious of that. I think the Yankees pitched well. I think they made great use of the good old fastball down and away, which everyone has seemed to have forgotten about in baseball. Yeah. And you pair that with a slider, and it's pretty nasty to hit, just like it's always been. But a good firm heater like down and away, which is where most of their starters attacked us, gave us big trouble. So I think they filled up the zone. I think that's why I didn't see too many walks. So tip your cap to them and their pitching guys and what they're doing. We're always just going to try to get a good pitch to hit and swing at it. I don't think the walks. I don't think you ever go into the box looking to earn a walk. Sure. I just think that you got to be ready to hit in order to earn a walk and say no at the last minute. So I'd love to see some more of that. We got Shane Fontana in the lineup now, who's back from the DL or IL, and he could certainly help that little spot in the offense right there.
Joey Ortiz, too, has been on a very consistent run lately. Had a big double early on Sunday and scored the run for the Baysox. Has he just been getting a little more comfortable with the consistent work that he's been getting?
Yeah, I think so. I think Joey's having one of those years where you may look at his average or whatever, and it tells nothing about the year that he's had. I remember hitting a couple of rockets this series just recently in Somerset, right at the left fielder and right at people. So I think he's been a bit unlucky, honestly. With that being said, he still has found a way to play excellent defense and compete every at bat. Like he got the game on the hit the other night off of Kraft, their guy, one of their closers, got pitched in the fall. He's got good stuff. Yeah. Throws Joey a slider, gets a game on and hit. So I'm just really proud of his mindset every day and the way he stuck it in there, even though his numbers offensively aren't showing what they probably should be. He continues to put up good at bats. So I really expect that for now to the rest of the season out of Joey.
And we talked last week previewing the series with Somerset about how it was going to be on both sides of the battery. I was highlighting the catcher specifically, but you made sure to make sure the pitchers have to carry their weight when it comes to limiting the running game. How did you feel that they did in that regard against the Patriots last week?
I thought we did a pretty good job. I mean, we didn't throw anybody out like I wish we would have. But they did a pretty good job of getting jumps, and then I also don't think you saw them run like crazy like they normally would have. Saw a couple of still, like one was a double still when it was 5-0, and we weren't paying attention to the guy at second base. And I think they probably feast on stuff like that. Relievers when the game's probably more than 3 or 4 runs out of hand in one way or the other, which is probably why you see a lot of that. But I do think that our pitchers did an outstanding job of holding the ball until that guy on first base was done jumping around, then being quick to the plate. And it kind of shuts all that stuff down that they do. Cody Roberts picked the guy off, picked the guy off, and I think that also shortens up that secondary and that jump lead a lot when you have a catcher that just fires one down there 90-plus miles an hour and picks you off. So I thought we did a nice job. I would have loved to see us throw a couple more guys out because I think we would have. Yeah. But maybe at the same time, maybe that's why we didn't, because they weren't running quite as much as they had been all year. Yeah.
Now, on the offensive side of it, where do you think stolen bases factor into the equation for this team? Obviously, with Adam Hall rehabbing down in the FCL, that does take away a big portion of the speed that Bowie had. But is there going to be any additional chances at stolen bases this year for the squad? Do you think he might get a little bit more adventurous, or just keep it the way it's been going?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a proponent of not really trying to run reckless. So I mean, I just hate giving away outs, because if you give away 3, that's like playing 8 innings of baseball. You know what I mean? So I always tell our guys, if it looks like it should be, and it's the guy's above a 1-3 to the plate, and you think you can get a good jump, and the chances are high, go ahead. You always got the green light. I just don't believe in like reckless stealing bases just to get something going when the guy's 1-1 to the plate, because in my opinion, when the ball gets good like it is here, what you end up doing is just giving the team an extra inning. If you get thrown out 3 times, I mean, look, you were trying to score, and there's times in the game where you definitely got to run. 3-2, 1 out, certain times to stay out of double play. maybe if you really like the matchup and you're guessing slider, we're certainly going to run. I just don't, I want to be careful to not hand them outs. Yes. I think that's really important. And the higher the baseball gets, the more important that gets. I mean, you see at the major league level what an out's worth in today's game. Yeah. It's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we ain't going to hand out $100,000 checks, because we're running around on bases like we got our head cut off. But I do think that there are some players on this team that can really steal bases. Cowser being one of them, who got picked off twice last series. Yeah. He's going to learn how to play at this level, because this is a much higher level. All pitchers, almost all starters, hold runners good here. Yeah. Almost all the bullpen holds runners good here. So the guys that don't stick out like a sore thumb, we just got to feast on those guys. Yeah.
Looking ahead to this series with Akron as we continue our chat with the skipper Kyle Moore, their pitching staff has been on a little bit of a downturn. Obviously, they don't have Daniel Espino, and I feel like that's a good thing for this squad considering what he did a couple of months back. But what are some of your expectations against this staff for Akron?
No doubt, really happy that they don't have Espino. I don't know what he's going through, but I hope he comes out of it healthy or whatever he's got going on. Best fastball I've ever seen in my life, and that's saying something because I saw some pretty good fastballs in our organization. My expectations are just that we compete a little bit more in the zone than we did versus Somerset. I felt like we just took too many fastballs and sliders for strikes. Yeah. And I would just like to see us get in the box with more of a mentality of hitting. I'm going to hit to all fields as opposed to giving away a pitch here or a pitch there. So, I really don't know a ton about their staff other than they're a really good club who just missed the win in the first half. So they had to have a bunch of arms because you just don't win in baseball, period, without good arms. Not sad to not see Espino, that's for sure.
And then, as always, as we usually wrap them up, how'd you spend the off day with the girls?
Yeah, no, we were just riding around and ended up at a little park. We went to Chick-fil-A, the old beloved Chick-fil-A lunch for mac and cheese and chicken nuggets. We went to a park that had some shade, and then we eventually ended up all taking naps, which we must have needed. So it was a beautiful off day.
Sounds like a great time. Thank you so much for the time, Kyle.
Yep, thank you.
That's Kyle Moore here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. We'll step aside. Be back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Well, we welcome you back here to Prince George's Stadium as we get ready for the Baysox and the Akron Rubber Ducks today, game 1 of 6, as we were rained out yesterday, so a doubleheader to take place tomorrow. And it'll be Kyle Bradish on the mound for the Baysox with a 5:35 p.m. start for game 1 of that doubleheader. Now, Bowie is 7-5 so far here in the second half of the year, but it really has been an impressive start. The Baysox went 5-1 in their opening week against Richmond before a bit of a frustrating week on the road, winning 2 out of 6. At the Yankees affiliate in Somerset. But keep this in mind. Both Richmond and Somerset were the division winners of the first half. So the Baysox has started off with a winning start facing off against two of the best teams in the league. Now, Akron today, they come into today with a 4-7 record. As Matt spoke to prior, though, they are well above the 500 mark on the year in totality. Akron was a team that if they won on the final day of the first half of the year, now 2 weeks ago, the Ducks would have been in the postseason. Of course, it was Akron and Bowie that were the two best teams in this league a year ago and played for the AA Northeast League Championship. But Akron this year in the first half came one game short as Richmond won and Akron lost on that final day of the first half, and Richmond was able to book their first postseason trip in 8 years. So we get the series going today. Drew Rahm on the mound for Bowie. The Baysox and their orange tops take the field. We take a break and we're back with starting lineups and first pitch right after this.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. It's game one of this six-game series between the Akron Rubber Ducks and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis alongside Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie. And as Drew Rahm warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Rubber Ducks that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at shortstop, you've got Jose Tena, followed by Brian Rocchio at second base, batting second. Brian Lavastida is the catcher, batting third. George Valera in left field, fourth. John Kenzie Noel is in right field, batting fifth. Mike Capri's at first base, sixth. Chris Waller, the DH, bats seventh. Julian Escobedo, the center fielder, eighth. And Daniel Schneemann is at third base, batting ninth. The Ducks are the AA affiliate of the Cleveland Guardians. They're managed by Ruglis Odor, assisted by Owen Dew, Junior Betances, and Mike Mergenthaler. Jacob Ligon is the athletic trainer. Akron is 44-36 on the season, a one-game losing streak, and 4-7 in the second half. Again, their lineup features Tena, Rocchio, Lavastida, Valera, Noel, Prees, Roller, Escobedo, Schneemann, all to face off against left-hander Drew Rahm on the mound. Prince George's Stadium in Bowie, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center as the wind pushes out to dead center. In steps left-hander Tena, a .263 average and a .691 OPS in 70 games this season. Rom foots the rubber, stretches arms high above head and back behind head. Now comes set of the chin. Kicks high, fires the first pitch home. It's a breaking ball, called for strike in the lower outside corner. And we're underway at 12:06 on an 86-degree, partly cloudy day, mostly sunny day, more like it, here at Prince George's Stadium. Next pitch misses down and away to Tana, and the count goes even at 1. 17 doubles and 3 triples for Tana this season, 5 homers, 32 runs batted in. He does have a little bit of speed, as the 1-1 is swung on and missed high, a fastball. Run the count to a ball and 2 strikes. The strikeouts have been Tana's big issue this season. Strikes out in nearly 30% of his plate appearances and barely draws walks. As Rom sets at the chin and fires the 1-2, it's lifted foul, left side out of play. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Tano strikes out about 8 times for every walk that he draws. That is a pretty high level. As Rom holds, brings up to the chin once more. Steps back, kicks high, fires the 1-2. It's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Curveball down and away, and Rom is underway with a strikeout. Let's tell you the defense behind him. From left to right in the outfield, you've got Hudson Haskin, Colton Cowser, and Shane Fontana back in for Bowie. Cesar Prieto is at third base, Joey Ortiz at short, Connor Norby at second, J.D. Mundy at first, and Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Drew Rom on the mound. Here's Brian Rocchio, second baseman, switch hitter, bats right-handed. First pitch into him is inside. Did it get him on the foot? I think it might have. It did. That curveball curved just a bit too far inside, so Rocchio will take the free base. 1 out base runner for Akron, as that's only the second batter that Rom has hit all season. And now here's Brian Lavastida. Catcher bats right-handed. Just his 4th game with the Ducks this season. He had plenty of experience with them last year, and now we're probably going to get a change. Rocchio is hobbling a bit up the line. So here comes Ruglis Odor and the athletic trainer Jacob Ligon. Rocchio was at first, but he was just kind of taking a lot of weight off of that right foot, hopping a little bit on the left to try and get it going. I remember having a conversation a little bit earlier this season. Terry Byram, great Harrisburg broadcaster, was telling me a chat that he had with his athletic trainer a few years back, just about what kind of goes through the body, not a player's mind specifically, but the body's natural reaction to hit by pitches, and how the initial shock can just really numb you to what actually might have happened. And that's why sometimes you see players staying in a game even if they might have fractured something. But for now, it seems Rocchio is okay. Didn't get looked at too long. And he's still taking a little bit of weight off of that right foot. That might hamper his speed a little bit, but with a left-hander on the mound, I can't imagine he'd get too adventurous on the base paths. As Lavastida digs in, first pitch to the right-hander is a curveball that misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Lavastida just 2 for 10 in his 3 games back with Akron. No doubles, does have a triple, hasn't driven anyone in yet. He struck out 6 times, has not drawn a walk. Next pitch lifted up the first base line, foul and out of play. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. So Lavastida actually started the year with the big league club, but he's since fallen further and further back down as the 1-1 comes home. Curveball misses high and just a bit away from Rom, and it runs the count to 2-1. He only went 1 for 12 with the big league club in 6 games, drew a trio of walks, but then got optioned to AAA Columbus in late April. Played 33 games with the Clippers, and then hit the injured list for a spell. 2-1, that misses way up and away. Breaking ball runs it to 3-1 on Lavastida. He had a right hamstring strain that sidelined him from late June to the second week of this month when he got transferred to Akron. 3-1, lofted shallow left center field. Haskins sprinting on it and closes the gap. Great turn and a great route by Colton Cowser in center field. Haskins in left. Cowser pulling it down, and there's 2 away. Rocchio retreats to first base. The umpiring crew for today's game, Sean Cassidy is at third, Jude Corey at first, and Hardlin Acosta is the crew chief. He's calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. As George Valera digs in, a .277 average this season, an .873 OPS in 73 games, 14 doubles, 3 triples, 13 homers, 51 driven in. There's a big lead off of first base for Rocchio at first, but the home plate umpire wasn't behind the plate, so he retreats and now resets. We went on the first pitch to the left-hander Valera. Here it is. Half swing on a fastball up and in. They'll appeal to the second base umpire. They say he went. That's Sean Cassidy, who's playing over at second base with the runner currently at first. It's 0-1 to start. Drew Rom, a 6'2", 170-pound, 22-year-old left-hander from Cincinnati, fires the 0-1. It's a swing and a miss on another curveball, and the count to 0-2. Fourth-round draft selection back in 2018 from Highlands High School. On the season with Bowie, he's gone 5-1. He's won his last 3 starts, 13 games all starts this season, a 3.95 ERA, and 54 in 2/3 innings. As he holds set, looks for his second strikeout. Fires the 0-2. Curveball in there, strike 3. Rom strikes out a pair in a scoreless first inning and strands a hit by pitch at first. We're on to the bottom of the first here at Prince George's Stadium. Akron nothing, Bowie coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
Well, Drew Rom held the Akron Rubber Ducks scoreless in the top of the first inning. The Bowie Baysox will try to strike first here in the bottom of the first. As Hunter Gaddis warms on the mound for the Rubber Ducks, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Leading off at second base, you've got Connor Norby, followed by Colton Kauser in center field batting second. Cesar Prieto, the third baseman, bats third. Hudson Haskin in left field fourth. Joey Ortiz is the shortstop. He bats fifth. Rashane Fontana in right field sixth. Colton Kauser, the catcher, bats seventh. Or Cody Roberts, the catcher, bats seventh. I don't know where I got Kauser from there. Andrew Dashbach is the DH. He's batting eighth. And J.D. Mundy, the first baseman, bats ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, and Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield and Blake Wooten are the athletic trainers. The Baysox are 34-47 on the season and 7-5 in the second half, and their lineup once more features Norby, Kauser, Prieto, Haskin, Ortiz, Fontana, Roberts, Dashbach, Mundy, all to face off against Hunter Gaddis on the mound. First pitch home to Norby is a slider, finds its way into the zone inside half. Call it for strike one. 286 average for Norby and 793 OPS in 11 games played with Bowie this year. 5 doubles, no triples. As the 0-1 comes in, and this one misses too far on away. Same slider. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. No home runs yet for Norby, but he does have 2 runs batted in. He struck out 7 times and walked 6 times. The 1-1 pitch. Popped up foul behind home plate. In on the hands as it gets out of play. Count goes to 0-2. 1-2. Fastball misses high. Run the count even at 2 on Norby. Well, the Baysox coming off of you could call it a bit of a frustrating series against the Somerset Patriots last week. It is difficult to win on the road. As the 2-2 comes in, and it's served up the middle, down for a base hit. A line drive straight up the chute. Julian Escobedo in center field was shifted a little bit on the opposite side for Norby, and he opens up with a single here to start the game. Norby's been very good at that lately. He's now got hits in 2 of his last 3 games for the Baysox. 2 days ago, well, 2 games ago, at this point it was 4 days ago, Norby opened up Saturday's game with a single, and I believe he opened up one of the other games in that series, 2 of the other games in that series, July 4th and July 6th. He had singles in the first inning. He's been so good at that, leading off the Baysox lineup. So now here's Colton Kauser, left-hander hitting .314. First pitch in. Kauser swings through a breaking ball down, and it's 0-1. A 1081 OPS for Kauser in 11 games with Bowie this season. 3 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. Runner at first, nobody out here in a scoreless bottom of the first at Prince George's Stadium, and they got Norby picked. Secondary lead, and they just nailed him. Well timed by Gaddis. And a 1-3 pickoff eliminates the leadoff single. It's the second time that Bowie has been picked off on the base paths in the last week. Hauser himself was picked off at second base in a critical moment for Bowie in the first inning. Back in Somerset, the 0-1. Slider misses down and inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Well, if you heard our pregame conversation with the manager, Kyle Moore, he said he wasn't a big fan of running into outs. He wasn't a big fan of outs on the base paths. As the 1-1 comes home, this one a poke over to the left side, scooped by the pinched-in third baseman Schneeman. He fires to first, and it's in there. 5-3 put out, and all of a sudden there's 2 away. Let's tell you about the defensive alignment for Akron while we've got the chance. From left to right in the outfield, you've got George Valera, Julian Escobedo, and John Kenzie Noel. Daniel Schneeman at third base, Jose Tena at short, Brian Rocchio at second, Micah Prees at first, and Brian Lavastida catches behind the plate for Hunter Gaddis on the mound. Here's Cesar Prieto. First pitch in, and Prieto watches a fastball, call it for strike one on the outside half, 0-1. The Rubber Ducks are in their road gray jerseys today. Stylized Akron font on the front side. Next pitch home, Prieto watches away a changeup. Run the count even at a ball and a strike. Baysox in their alternate orange uniforms. The black Bowie on the front side, white pants, and the white home cap. Akron in their black road cap. As the 1-1 pitch comes, Prieto swings through a breaking ball down. It's 1-2. Cesar Prieto, a 281 average this season, a 698 OPS, 40 games played for Bowie, 10 doubles, no triples, 2 homers, 17 runs batted in. Wind again pushing straight out to center field as the 1-2 pitch comes in, and it swung on and bounced over to the right side. Tough play, backhanded by Rocchio. A leaping toss from across the body. He gets it there. Dug out on a bounce by Micah Prees. That was a great throw by Brian Rocchio to take away a near base hit for Cesar Prieto. Momentum carrying him to center field, but he was able to fight it and throw it back the other way. Baysox send the minimum to the plate despite a leadoff single. As we go to the second, we're scoreless. Bowie and Akron. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's a special Baysox Live happy hour on Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium. Along with the usual live music and beer specials from 5 to 6:30, it's also Margaritaville night out at the ballpark. Get your flip-flops, salt shakers, and Hawaiian t-shirts ready to celebrate cruise culture with Margaritaville night, sponsored by Bud Light. That's Thursday, July 14th at Prince George's Stadium, so get your tickets now at baysox.com.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Second inning here in Bowie as the Baysox and the Rubber Ducks are still scoreless. Drew Rahm will get back to work, facing off against John Kenzie Noel to open. As the first pitch into the right-hander is swung on and missed down a breaking ball, 0-1 to start. Noel, then Micah Prees and Chris Roller due up in this half inning. Noel just his 13th game with Akron. 217 average, but a 957 OPS, the 0-1. Breaking ball misses inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Well, that OPS is buoyed by a good strikeout-to-walk ratio and 6 home runs. The 1-1 pitch. Called a strike. Fastball nicks the lower inside corner and runs the count to a ball and 2 strikes. It's a double for Noel, but 6 home runs and 10 runs batted in, 12 strikeouts and just 7 walks. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses inside and it runs the count even at 2. It was a hitless inning for Akron back in the first inning. Just one hit batter. Rahm was able to strike out 2. As the 2-2 pitch comes home and it's checked on, breaking ball, the slider misses up and away as it runs the count full. First full count that Rahm has worked to today. Opponents are hitting him at just a 136 clip. 12 strikeouts, 9 walks on full counts. 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball up and away. Noel really had to reach for that one if he even wanted a chance. 3 strikeouts over the first 5 batters for Drew Rom. I guess he's more of a morning person than I may be, Adam. He seems to be doing just fine right now as Mike Capriz digs in.
I'll tell you this, too. I mean, that is a very tough first 5 in the order for Akron as well.
Well, Mike Capriz is just about as tough as they come, too. First pitch to the number 6 batter is a curveball called for strike on the bottom edge. It's 0-1 to start. Parise is hitting .263 with an .852 OPS in 68 games. 15 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, 48 runs batted in. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and away, and the count runs even at 1. I will say at least this, Rom is working with some of that pacing, that rhythm that we see out of the likes of Noah Denoyer. As the 1-1 comes home, it's a breaking ball, misses down and away, runs the count to 2-1. Denoyer will pitch in Game 2 of tomorrow's doubleheader. It'll be Bradish for Game 1, continuing his rehab assignment. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball lifted foul behind the plate as the count runs even at 2. And then after Bradish, it'll be Denoyer. Should be a big help for the Baysox and their overall rotation. As Rom twirls the ball in glove, sets, kicks, fires the 2-2. It's just fouled off. A piece back to the screen. Count holds. Because now the way the rotation is set, Bowie will not have to turn Rom loose again on Sunday, of course. He probably could have gone Sunday if he pitched yesterday. The 2-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2-plane curveball there for Rom. He's up to 4 strikeouts. And now Chris Roller with 2 gone here in the second. So the way the rotation is going now is that it'll be Bradish tomorrow for Game 1, Denoyer for Game 2. And then after that, Justin Armbruster will toss on Friday as the first pitch into Chris Roller is a breaking ball, misses up and away. Count starts out at 1-0. Actually, on Friday it'll be different. Armbruster will toss on Saturday. Friday is a special start, the 1-0. Breaking ball misses high, it's 2-0. Roller hitting .227 this season, a .699 OPS in 38 games. Bases empty, 2 outs, scoreless in the top of the second. It'll be Brennan Hanafy starting on Friday. As the next pitch misses down, 3-0 on Roller. Hanafy will finally be making his Double-A debut, long awaited, after just so many injury woes over the last few years. Originally drafted in 2016. As the 3-0 comes in, up and away, a 4-pitch walk.
Boy, that's great to see. Hanafy is a pitcher that is very interesting because in today's day and age of velocity being prime, he's a guy that throws hard, but everything moves, right? He doesn't throw a 4-seam fastball very often. You know, that is a flat pitch. So with everything dancing, he could be a fast riser in the Orioles system.
It'll be his Double-A debut coming this Friday, so be sure to watch out for that. As Julian Escobedo digs in, first pitch to him is a fastball called for strike at the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. 211 average for Escobedo, a .624 OPS in 72 games. So, Hanafy Friday, Armbruster Saturday, and then Ryan Watson on Sunday headed into the midseason break. As the 0-1 comes in, runner goes, it's spoiled foul left side. Roller has only attempted 5 stolen bases this season. He's been caught 3 times, but it's already 0-2 on Escobedo with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Again, a scoreless game. Cody Roberts behind the plate has caught 20 of 34 attempted base stealers this season. Runner stays put. The 0-2, a curveball, late swing, poked slowly to third. Tough play, picked on the run by Prieto, sent to first, and it bounces in late. That was the worst part of the infield to hit it to if you're Bowie, trying to make sure it doesn't, advance the runners. That's the first base hit of all things an infield single here with 2 outs while Rom was opening on such a quick run to this second inning. He had started the 6th inning of his last start in a similar fashion. Got a quick line out and then a fast strikeout for 2 outs, but then allowed 4 consecutive batters to reach safely, including a home run. He eventually allowed 3 runs. Here's Daniel Schneemann. First pitch to the left-hander is a slider. Dots the upper outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. It's only a 181 average for Schneemann this season, a .538 OPS in 64 games played. 4 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 18 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses away. Roberts had hopped up thinking about the back pick, but no one was covering bases. So runners slide in, but Roberts holds on to the ball. Count runs even and a ball and a strike. Rom sets. Next pitch. Breaking ball comes in low. And runs the count to 2-1. So this inning is extending further than Rom really might have anticipated. After striking out the first two batters, he's thrown 10 additional pitches just trying to get this final out. The 2-1. Poked over to third. This one eats up Prieto just a second. He steps on third for one and then threw it to first. I think he might have thought he was going to be late to third, but that's the third out. I don't. Hey, it's a 5 unassisted and the inning is over. That's fine by me. We go to the bottom of the second. Bowie and Akron are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Bottom of the second here in Bowie as the Baysox and the Akron Rubber Ducks are knotted. Scoreless game after a 12-pitch first inning for Hunter Gaddis. Drew Rom had to dance through a couple of base runners with 2 outs in the second before getting a ground out. He needed 23 pitches in that second. Bowie will have 4, 5, and 6 due up in this half inning. Hudson Haskin will lead off. Right-hander hitting .270 this year and .815 OPS. First pitch. Slider called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1 to open. 65 games for Haskins, 17 doubles to lead the team, no triples, 10 homers, 32 runs batted in, the 0-1. This one lifted out towards shallow right, a sprint down for John Kenzie Noel, but it will continue to slice and fall in foul. So the count quickly to 0-2. Haskin has been a great bat to bat fourth this season, fourth or fifth really, because it ensures a lot of times that he'll be leading off the second inning and maybe another inning later to boot. Haskin has one of the best sets of numbers when he's batting first in an inning this season. It's very interesting. The 0-2. Slider misses away, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strike. A .270 average and an .815 OPS overall, but a .306 average and a .1065 OPS when he's batting as the first batter in an inning. The 1-2. Bounced. The Baltimore chop to short. Picked at the chest by Jose Tena, and he has just enough top to send it over to first base. 6-3 put out, and Haskin is retired after that leadoff single by Connor Norby in the first inning. 3 consecutive put out on ground outs by Gaddis. And that's very interesting because Gaddis has not been a ground ball pitcher this season. Here's Joey Ortiz. Infield plays him wide up the middle. First pitch home to the right-hander is popped up, foul, right side of home. Lavastida shades from the sun, but it will get out of play and hit off of a seat. So 0-1 to start. .216 average for Ortiz, a .602 OPS in 73 games, 14 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 33 runs batted in this season. Outfield plays him a step the opposite direction. as the 0-1 comes in, and Ortiz flares it up the middle, falling quickly and down for a base hit. Ortiz rarely goes up the middle, less than a fifth of the time, but he opens a single here with 1 out in the second inning, extends his hit streak to 5 consecutive games, and now the Bay Sox have another big opportunity. Bowie didn't leave too many runners on base in the Somerset series, but I think that was partly because they just didn't get too many runners on base, not as many as they'd been usually getting. As left-hander Shane Fontana digs in. First pitch to him, misses down. Breaking ball starts the count out at 1-0. That is the first pitch ball for Hunter Gaddis today. Fontana back from a lengthy stint on the injured list, hitting .294 with the Bay Sox and a .911 OPS in 29 games played. 3 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 13 runs batted in. Runner at first, 1 away, as the next pitch is swung on and a lost bat. That one goes helicoptering over to the right side, foul. Just a little bit near Cody Roberts in the on-deck circle, but he wasn't too concerned about it. Fontana's either going to get a new piece of lumberage or some pine tar for the bat, as the count goes even at 1. But it's always difficult to have that happen and walk away with your head held high. It's always going to be a little of a confidence killer. But Fontana, he's back to Bowie after missing 45 games, starting in mid-May when he fractured his wrist, making a leaping catch in center field back on the 21st. Gaddis holds, looks down for a brief second, turns and fires back to first. Pickoff throw is late as Ortiz slides in safely. And we were talking about it a little bit after Connor Norby had been picked off in the first inning, is that Kyle Moore is very, very conservative when it comes to his stolen base strategy. The 1-1. Called a strike. Fastball dots the bottom edge of the zone for Fontana. It's 1-2. He's very worried about running into outs. He said if you're caught stealing 3 times in a game, which doesn't always happen, but if you are super liberal with your base running strategy, then yeah, it might happen. The 1-2 pitch, Fontana swings and misses as he goes down to a knee on a curveball. First strikeout for Hunter Gaddis, and there's 2 away here in the second inning. What Moore was saying is if you run into 3 outs in a game, then you're basically playing 8 innings against the other team's 9 innings. You feel like you have 1 fewer opportunity at the plate, which does make a little bit of sense. Here's Cody Roberts, .263 average and a .741 OPS this season. First pitch fastball misses low, and it's 1-0 to start. 44 games for Roberts this year, 8 doubles, no triples, 5 homers, 28 runs batted in. Gaddis sets out of the stretch, third base side of the rubber. Right-hander fires the 1-0, and the slider moves too far outside. Run the count to 2-0 on Roberts. First 2-0 count that Gaddis has worked to today, only the second 2-ball count that he's worked to today. Runner at first, 2 away here in the bottom of the second, a scoreless game. Bowie has collected an individual single in each of the first 2 innings here, and now we've got a pause. Did the home plate umpire get nicked by something? As Hardlin Acosta has his mask off, and now he's getting some water. Something must have gone down the wrong pipe, because the other 2 umpires are down to just check in on him. The crew chief is taking another swig of the water produced by the bat boy there, and I imagine he just swallowed some spit wrong and is going through a bit of a coughing fit, because now here comes the Bay Sox assistant athletic trainer Blake Wooten. He's got a towel with him. And they're not really attending to anything. They're just making sure that he's okay. Looks like he's fine. So Acosta will put the mask back on, and the umpires will head back to their spots. So we'll reset. A runner at first. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Joey Ortiz picked up a single up the middle, extended his hit streak to 5 consecutive games. And now Cody Roberts will try to drive him in. Roberts has been on a bit of a slump right now. His longest hitless skid of the season at 4 consecutive games. Next pitch, no, a pickoff throw to first. Still not in time. We wait on the 2-0 to Roberts still. It wasn't until mid-June, I believe, that Roberts had even gone on a 3-game hitless streak. He'd only gone hitless in back-to-back games, never 3. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Fastball down and inside on Roberts, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Nice warm sunny day here for this afternoon affair at Prince George's Stadium, ahead of the doubleheader tomorrow at 5:35. Here's the 2-1. Spoiled foul right side, and the count runs even at 2 on Roberts. But again, with the 7-inning games tomorrow and the fact that Bowie does have Kyle Bradish going in a 5-day rotation turn, and with Brennan Hannafy coming back, Bowie really gets to rest a lot of their arms going into the 4-day break. 2-2. Roberts watches slider miss up and away. Count runs full. First full count for Gaddis today. Opponents hitting him for 143 on full counts, but he's walked more than he's struck out this season on full counts. 16 against just 12. Ortiz will get the head start. There he goes. 3-2. Fouled off right side, and the count remains full. Honestly, a little surprised that first baseman Mike Capriz is still holding Ortiz on, because they don't have a shift on, so it leaves a massive gap on the right side, and Roberts has been a pretty good spray hitter this season. He does pull it a little bit more often, but still goes the other way about a third of the time. There goes Ortiz. The 3-2 is lifted up the first baseline, but this one's slicing out of play. It'll get down on the berm in front of the carousel by the kids' park as the count remains full. These are always the good at-bats for Bowie. When they run them full, they're usually so good at just lengthening them. Andrew Dashbach has been kind of the poster child for that. Cesar Prieto's had a couple of super long at-bats. 12-plus pitches. Another 3-2. Roberts fouls it off. Back to the screen. So we'll stick around. That was the 8th pitch. Outfield, a heavy step the other way. Decent gap in left center. Another 3-2. This one grounded to third, but foul. Barely, too. Only about 2 feet to the left of the line. It was a slow roller. Gaddis peers in with those long flowing locks of his, comes set at the chest. And another 3-2. Roberts swings and misses. Curveball down and away. And the 9-pitch battle won by the pitcher. 2 strikeouts to strand a runner at first. 3rd inning coming up here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie and Akron are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
On to the third inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox and the Rubber Ducks are scoreless. Drew Rahm worked around a walk and a single, fired 23 pitches in the second, but still kept it scoreless. As he faces off against the top of the lineup for the second time, we hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. Here's Jose Tena, left-handed hitter. Matt talked about how aggressive a hitter Tena has been here this year. He has not walked at all in the month of July. As Rahm from the windup, the left-hander, steps back and now comes home with it. And a first pitch fastball down and away, ball one. So once again, no score, top of the third inning. Drew Rahm, a pitcher that has won now 3 consecutive starts, as he deals a strike with a low 90s fastball at 91 on the outer half of the plate. The era of the win as a pitcher is over, as there's a cold strike. I don't know if we're ever going to see another 300-game winner in Major League Baseball history. As now the 1-2 to Tena, and it's, just a little bit low with a fastball very close, and the count is 2-2. But Rahm has been a dynamic winner in his minor league career. As a swing and a flared liner to left center, it's down a base hit. Over to cut it off Cowser. Tena for second, and the throw is offline, and he's going to get in there with a double. He actually got more of that than I thought off the bat. A line drive into left center, and it's a leadoff double as Rahm went after him with really a bevy of fastballs there. And now Akron is in business with their big boys coming to the plate. Here's one of their 3 members of the Guardians' 40-man roster. 3 of the next 4 hitters are on that 40-man, and Brian Rocchio. Switch hitter from the right side. As from the stretch, the pitch, and a breaking ball strike to get ahead, and the count is 0-1. Rahm, though, all throughout his career, he has been a winner. 22-7 is his career record. That's phenomenal. As a high fastball gets a wave and a miss. And the count is 0-2. He got Rocchio to chase there. 22-7. So Drew Rahm saying, well, hey, maybe we should make this win stat a little bit more important. Pitch and a breaking ball foul tip to the plate off the gear of Cody Roberts, the Bowie catcher. And we'll do it again at 0-2. Didn't the great Herm Edwards, when he was the coach of the New York Jets, say, you play to win the game? Where's Herm now? I think he's at Arizona State. As now the pitch, and it's up and away, and they count 1-2. That was another fastball. In pitching, where the win stat, you can throw so well and not get a win, and vice versa. Obviously, it might not be that way anymore in baseball. Swing and a miss now. It looked like a changeup, and he got him. Throw Rocchio down on strikes. That's a big out there.
Catcher, Brian Lavastida.
And now Brian Lavastida will come to the plate, right-handed hitting catcher. Boy, the strikeout has been big for Rahm today. That is a 5th strikeout for Rahm. Here is Lavastida, right-handed hitting catcher, and a breaking ball strike on the outside part of the plate. And the count is 0-1. Lavastida, newly back here with this Akron ball club. As from the stretch, Rahm peers to second and comes home. And a breaking ball line towards the middle. Diving catch by Norby. He gets to his feet. He runs to the bag behind Tena. It's an inning-ending double play. So Norby was shaded up the middle. The line drive was there. Norby made a fine catch. And in the end, it ends the inning. A leadoff double and nothing more. And we head to the bottom of the third, scoreless. Bowie and Akron on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
We'll get your red capes ready and your iron suits too, because it's Superhero Day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 31st. You can meet your favorite costumed hero, and the first 750 fans ages 13 and up will pick up a Grayson Rodriguez Superman bobblehead for their own. Not only that, but it'll also be Heroes Day at the ballpark, honoring police, fire, and EMS with a Guns N' Hoses charity softball game. And the Baysox will wear custom Heroes jerseys, auctioned off post-game to benefit the Children's Cancer Foundation. Sunday, July 31st, so get your tickets at Baysox.com.
Boy, a lot of power at the bottom of the Bowie order. It's 8-9-1 for the Baysox in the scoreless game in the bottom of the third. Dashbach, Mundy, and then back to the top for Norby. Against the right-hander Hunter Gaddis, who pitched collegiately at Georgia State University. He delivers. And a fastball fouled on the line right back into the screen. And the count 0-1. And Gaddis, a prolific collegiate career. He is top 5 all-time in Georgia State history in innings, ERA, and strikeouts. 5th-round draft choice in 2019 of Cleveland. And early on today, he's gotten a lot of ground balls. Matt was speaking to that. He's been mostly a fly ball pitcher. This is a small ballpark in Bowie, the 0-1 coming. And a breaking ball bends down low. And they count even 0-1 and a strike to Dashbach. Of course, Dashbach's a big power hitter. He's only hitting 194, but he's got 10 homers and 35 driven in. The next one, swing and a miss. That was a little cutter there, that little cutting slider. And they count 1-2. The tough lineup when you've got dangerous hitters at the bottom of it. As a slider just off the outside. It was, though, and they count 2-2. They play to pull. Rocchio, the second baseman, a bit up the middle here. Tainer, the shortstop, towards the hole. As here's the pitch. And a breaking ball gets a wave and a miss. It was up and in. It bent into the zone. Dashbach cuts underneath it. And that is now 3 strikeouts in a row thrown by the right-hander in Gaddis. And now J.D. Mundy will stand in, a .218 hitter. 7 homers, 26 driven in. Mundy looking for that hot stretch. As here's the pitch. And he takes a fastball away, ball 1. He's off to a 3 for 18 start in the month of July. Is Mundy. The 1-0 coming. And a fastball just a little bit low. It was over the inside part of the plate, but it was under the knees. Mundy hit below 220 in both May and June. Pitch. And he swings and lines one foul back to the screen. He got a good rip at a fastball at the bottom of the zone. And the count is 2-1. Oh, these are 2 bats. You look at guys like Dashbach, Mundy, maybe a Zach Watson as well, that are trying to get it going in the second half. As a breaking ball bends down low. And the count is now 3-1 to Mundy. With the Aberdeen trio of Norby, Kauser, and Prieto that have all come to Bowie during this year, awaiting. Pitch, swing and a foul. Boy, he stung that heater on a line back to the screen. Well, Gaddis has gotten into some long at-bats here. He struck out Roberts to end the second in a 9-pitch tilt. Here's the 3-2 to Mundy. Swing and a miss. He beat him with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He challenged him with a heater right over the heart of the plate. And he has struck out the first 2 of this 3rd inning. And now Connor Norby will bat in this scoreless tie. A pitcher's duel on a warm summer afternoon in Bowie. We were rained out last night. Yes, here's the pitch. And a fastball strike in the outer half. And usually you would play the doubleheader in minor league baseball the next day, but Baysox are going to play that doubleheader with Akron tomorrow, so it'll be a 5:35 start, 2 7-inning games. As there's a ground ball towards the line at third, backhanding near the bag, Schneemann. He throws out Connor Norby, and with it, the inning is over. So the Baysox go down in order in the third. 3 innings in the books, no score. Bowie and Akron on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Well, back to work, Drew Rahm in this top of the 4th inning. So happy to be with you today. My name is Adam Pohl, alongside Matt Sabatis. George Valera is going to bat in for the left side, the left fielder, one of 2 Akron Rubber Ducks that will play in this year's Futures game at Dodger Stadium. As here's the pitch, and a breaking ball bends down and away, and the count 1-0 to Valera. Last year missed a month with an oblique strain. He's been healthy all this year. Wide open stand to the left side. Here's the pitch. And he takes a fastball up high, ball 2. Valera is 10th in this Eastern League in OPS. He's had a well above average 874 OPS this year. Here it comes. And he swings and fouls one on the line. Back to the screen of a 2-0 fastball on the outer half of the plate. And the count is 2-1. Now Valera doing that at a young age. Top prospect in the Guardian system. As a breaking ball grounded right side, sliding to his left, knocking it down Norby, and he recovers, but the throw not in time. Valera beats it out, and it's an infield hit to open the 4th inning. Boy, a ground ball near the bag at first, frankly. Norby was swung around to the pull side. He went into a foot-first slide, kind of knocked that ball down, and in the end could not recover to make the play in time. And now John Kenzie Noel, big-time power hitter, is in for the right side. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball strike in the knees, and the count is 0-1. Noel is hitless in 5 of 7 July games. But what a year he has had. As Rahm throws, and a lifted foul fly out of play to the right side. Rom went after him with another heater, and it's 0-2. Noel, who has spent the majority of the year at High A Lake County, has 25 homers between the two levels. How about that number? Here in the middle of July. That's tied for the minor league baseball lead as he swings and misses at a high fastball. Boy, Rom threw him 3 heaters, and he strikes him out. The 6th strikeout of the game for Rom. 1 retired. Now that is a big, big out. 25 homers for Noel. The St. Louis Cardinals have a ball player named Moises Gomez, who also has 25. As here's the left-handed hitting Prees. And the pitch. And a fastball strike. Rom is getting ahead with that heater with great regularity. The Orioles minor league leader right now in home runs, a former Baysox, Jordan Westberg. He's got 16 between Bowie and Norfolk this year. The pitch and a slider off the outside. And the count 1-1. I believe that's more than any Baltimore Oriole has on the year as well. I think Hayes and Mountcastle are right around that 14 or 15 marker. Count 1-1 to Prees. Short lead at first, the pitch. And a lifted foul out of play left side into the sweet level. And they count 1-2. So the fastball has been between 90 and 92 miles an hour for Rom today. But it has had pinpoint accuracy and has been a very effective pitch. He looks to first and comes home. And a breaking ball bends down low. And the count evens 2-2 to Prees. Prees had a great June. He hit 9 homers in June. How about that? 312 with 9 homers. Has not homered in July, knock on wood. The 2-2, but a look to first. And back standing is Valera. Prees was drafted in 2019, but did not play due to injury. And then obviously there was no season in 2020. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a fastball for strike 3. Boy, the heater has been the majority of the strikeouts for Rom today. That is now 7 strikeouts. He has struck out 2 or more in 3 of his 4 innings. And the designated hitter, Chris Roller, will come to the plate. Runner at first, 2 down, no score in the 4th. As a breaking ball dives down and in. And the count 1-0. Roller selected from the Dodgers system in the minor league phase of the Rule 5 draft by Cleveland in 2020. They played drastically to pull here. Right up the middle, Norby. The pitch. And a fastball taken for a strike on the outer half. Norby is almost directly behind the bag at second. The Bowie shortstop Ortiz very deep in the hole at short. The next one. And a breaking ball cut out and missed. In and out of the middle of the catcher Roberts. But the runner Valera stays put at first. And the count is 1-2 to Roller. Roller was a 203 hitter here in Akron last year in 70 games. He came into today hitting 227 in 38 games. 1-2, runner goes, and a ground ball weakly struck towards short, cutting well across Norby, long throw, safe, and a runner for third. Valera's in there. A second infield hit in the inning. It might have been an easier play for Ortiz. He was cutting to his left to make that throw across the diamond, but Norby came well across the bag, backhanded it, and made a long crossbody throw, and it was not in time. That is a third infield single for Akron in the game. And they've got runners of the corners, 2 down, and Rom's got to bear down after some bad luck here, as here is Julian Escobedo trying to keep this thing scoreless. And a fastball's down low, and they count 1 ball and no strikes. Wow, 2 infield hits in the same inning. Well, there, that shift hurt Bowie on a slow ground ball to what would have been a normal shortstop position pitch. And it's off the outside, a fastball, And it's 2-0 to Escobedo. Ortiz again was well around towards the hole. And good hustle by Roller to beat out the Roller. Here's the pitch. And a fastball rides inside ball 3. Rom has walked 1 and hit 1 batter in this game. He has struck out 7. 9-hole hitter Schneemann is on deck. The 3-0 coming. And it's down low for ball 4. And without getting the ball out of the infield, Akron has the bases loaded here with 2 down in the 4th inning. And we're going to get a visit from the Baysox pitching coach. Coming out to talk things over, Josh Conway. So Baysox fans, a reminder, we've got a doubleheader tomorrow night. Orioles rehabber, former 2021 Bowie starting pitcher Kyle Bradish will make a start. And that will be on tomorrow in what we expect to be game 1 of the doubleheader. So if you were going to come to the ball game tomorrow, Bradish will be throwing starting at 5:35 and not 6:35. So make plans to be here a little bit early. And we'd love to see you here. The Baysox in town all weekend. Jimmy Walker from Good Times will be here on Friday night. Fireworks Saturday, Sunday, and afternoon tilt. Get your tickets at Baysox.com. Bowie winning 5 of their first 6 home games in this second half. A big spot in the ball game here. No score. Bases loaded. 2 down in the 4th. The pitch. And a fastball just off the outside. Very close. Ball 1 to Schneemann. It looked like it was in the zone on our tracker, but the catcher Roberts reached a little bit away to gather it in, and Rom did not get the call. The 9-hole hitter Schneemann back in, and he swings through a fastball, and the count evens 1-1. Schneemann has struggled this year. This is only 4th game played in July, a 181 hitter entering today's play. The 1-1 coming. And a breaking ball hit to the right side. One hop clipping to his left. Norby, a short throw in time. A big out for Bowie. Akron leaves them loaded. They get 2 infield hits and a walk, but they do not score. And we go to the last of the 4th. No score, Bowie and Akron on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Make sure you've got your Jedi cloaks ready on Saturday, July 16th for Star Wars Saturday at Prince George's Stadium. Meet dozens of Star Wars characters out at the ballpark, take part in interactive exhibits and lightsaber battles, and you can bid on specialty game-worn jerseys by the Baysox players at the game. It's all sponsored by Taco Bell, and it comes your way on Saturday, July 16th. So get your tickets now for Star Wars Saturday at the ballpark by heading to Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Let's see if the Baysox can crack this score this time. We head to the bottom of the 4th. And here's the guy that's had a great start to his Double-A career. The left-handed hitting Colton Kauser. 0 for 1 today. The pitch and a slow breaking ball strike to get ahead. 0-1. No score. Bottom of the 4th. Kauser, Prieto, and Haskin for the Baysox in the 4th inning. As Gaddis delivers. And a fastball off the outside. And with it, the count is now 1-1. Kauser has been a spectacular played center. I mean, as here's the pitch, and he swings and lifts a high fly ball to center. Escobedo back, still going back, still back at the track, leaping at the wall. It's out of here! Kauser hitting a home run 5 feet to the right of the 405 sign in center field. It's his third Double-A homer, and the Baysox have a 1-0 lead. Who needs patience when you can just hit it over the center field wall? Boy, it just feels like so big to get the first run in this game. As here's Prieto, and he takes a fastball up high, ball 1. Kauser, they just can't get this guy out. He's in his 12th game with Bowie, the pitch. And it's a changeup up and away, ball 2. A .510 on base percentage entering today. That's not too shabby. Pitch. And Prieto lines one towards left center. Escobedo over, and it's down, and it's rolling to the wall in the alley. Prieto around first for second, and he's there standing with a double. And all of a sudden, the second time to the order, the Baysox are getting it going here. And now Hudson Haskin will come to the plate. Such solid contact there by Prieto. Now here is Haskin. Right-handed hitter, grounded out to short his first time out. Former product of Tulane in New Orleans, albeit Haskin is from the Northeast. He is from the state of Connecticut. As he takes a breaking ball off the outside. And the count 1-0. 32 former members of the Green Wave of Tulane have played in the major leagues. As now the 1-0 coming. And a breaking ball bends down low, ball 2. Some more recently, players like Micah Owings, Brian Bogusevic, and a short-time former Orioles reliever, Scott Williamson, who finished his 9-year big league career with Baltimore in 07. As Haskin lifts a fly ball down the line and right. Noel is ambling over, but it's going to get out of play. And the count is 2-1. Now Kauser has homered, and he has done so to the deepest part of the ballpark. Kauser's got 3 homers in 12 Bowie games. So he's also hitting for big-time power here with the Baysox. That's now the 2-1 coming to Haskin. And he takes a fastball a bit above the belt. Ball 3. And then Prieto with a line shot double to left center. His 11th double in 41 Bowie games. A runner at second. Nobody is out, and a run is in this 4th inning. Count is 3 balls and a strike from Gaddis to Haskin. And from the stretch, the right-hander throws. And a breaking ball lifted foul right side. Breeze, the first baseman, over near the seats and running out of room. It's about 10 rows deep. And the count is now full at 3-2. They threw him a 3-1 hard slider. That's a good pitch from Gaddis. Really looks like a fastball out of the hand. Breaks down and away from a right-handed hitter. Gaddis has got a good fastball to go with that slider as well. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line shot, but foul. Into the Akron bullpen area down that left field line. And the count is full at 3-2. On deck, Joey Ortiz, right-handed hitter. Baysox in their alternate orange tops, Bowie across the chest in black. Akron, they may be a team that leads the league in actual jersey choices, but they're in their regular road grays. Pitch, and it's off speed and inside, ball 4. Now the 3rd straight to reach for the Baysox in this 4th inning, and now here comes Ortiz. And Ortiz already got base hit in the second inning. Matt spoke to the fact that he has not hit the ball up the middle all that often this year, but he lined a single to center. And Ortiz is starting to get it going. He's got a hit now in 5 straight and 11 of his last 12 games. As Gaddis is set and the pitch. And a fastball inside. Ball 1 at 93 miles an hour. That heater's been between 93 and 95 for the majority of the afternoon. From this former 5th rounder, he throws. And a lifted fly, shallow right near the line. Noel coming in. He's going to be there to make the catch. Bluffing a tag at second. Prieto as a strong one-hop throw to third is made. And there's one retired. Now that's a big out there. Bowie unable to advance the runners. And now we'll see Shane Fontana. And boy, it is so good to see him back in the lineup. His last game with the Baysox was on May 21st. He played a few games in complex ball and then 9 in Aberdeen on his way back here to Bowie. He makes his return today. He was an on-base machine for the Baysox in the first 2 months of the year. As Gaddis sets and delivers. And a breaking ball stays up high in the count 1-0. Fontana with a .440 on-base percentage coming into today with the Baysox. The average Eastern League players on base percentage this year, .324. How about that? More than 100 points higher. As a fastball this time misses low. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Now it is another very professional and patient approach at the plate that Fontana, along with so many other Baysox, bring the pitch. And he swings and misses at an off-speed pitch that was a little bit down. And the count 2-1. You just got to work a little bit harder to put away this Baysox lineup than the majority of lineups in this Eastern League. 2-1 inside. That was a fastball, ball 3. On deck, Cody Roberts. Count 3-1, big spot here. 1-0 Bowie leads, so the Cows are homered. Straightaway center to open this inning. As Gaddis sets and delivers. Swinging a ball lifted to the air, well hit right center. Escobedo back, still back on the track, and it's out of here, it's gone! Fontana in his return, hitting a 3-run homer, and it's a 4-0 Bowie lead. And again, a loop at the wall by Escobedo ends up without fruit to bear. What a drive, a 3-run homer. And it's a 4-0 Baysox advantage. And Fontana has hit his now 5th home run of the year. Not a bad return. Here's Roberts, still 1 down in the pitch. And it's up and in with a hard slider. And they count 1-0. Now, early in the game, Gaddis was getting the ground ball. He delivers. And there's a ball lifted foul on a line just over the screen. Back into the seats, count 1-1. And Matt, you spoke to the fact that over the course of the year, he's been more of a fly ball pitcher. And the fly balls have come back to hurt him in this inning. As there's a lifted fly ball down the line, shallow and right, curling out of play. And the count 1-2.
So Gaddis has a ground ball to fly ball ratio of .37. So what that essentially means is he only picks up 1 ground ball for every 3 fly balls he induces from batters. That tells you how often he gives up fly balls.
That is minuscule. As a swing and a miss at a high fastball. And Roberts down on strikes. I don't know if I've ever really seen a ratio smaller than that, to be honest. As here's Andrew Dashbach, .37. My goodness. If you're in the infield, you can go out there with a lawn chair. As here's Andrew Dashbach. who struck out his first time up, and the pitch. And he takes a breaking ball strike, and it's 0-1. Dashpak looking to get going. He has struck out 13 times in 26 July at-bats. 0-1. And he lines one foul off the end of the bat. Back to the screen. It's 0-2. 4-0 Bowie leading. They've been able to really maximize the inning. Kauser a solo shot, and then a 3-run homer from Shane Fontana. As Gaddis throws. And there's a ground ball outside third foul. And we'll do it again with a count 0-2. If you look back at the first 3 innings and change, it really has been Akron that has had the better opportunities to score. They had 2 men on and 2 down in the second. They had a leadoff double in the third, and they had the bases loaded and 2 down in the fourth. Well, they came up without anything each time. Ramos pitched very well, went in trouble. And now Bowie has broken through here. 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss. They beat him with a fastball off the outside. Strike 3. But what an inning for the Baysox. 2 homers bring home 4 runs. We head to the 5th. 4-0 the Baysox leading on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Hey, coffee lovers! Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
So we head to the top of the 5th inning. It's 4-0 the Baysox leading. And now as we head to the 5th with the call, here's Matt Sabatis.
All right, well, thank you, Adam. It'll be the top of the lineup for Akron set to bat as Drew Rahm tries to set himself up in line for a win now that Bowie has snagged the lead. First pitch home to Jose Tena is a breaking ball crushed out toward the right field corner. Sprinting on it quickly, Fontana, and this one fastly exits. A solo home run for Jose Tena. That's now 3 consecutive games that Drew Rahm has allowed a home run in. And it does break the shutout for the Rubber Ducks, but Bowie, with the cushion right now, has room to work with. They still lead 4-1. Tena's now 6th of the season. That one was 87 miles an hour off the bat. Only 333 feet away from home plate, so this is really one of the only ballparks where that's going to get out. Now Brian Rocchio steps in. First pitch to him is a curveball called for strike on the outside edge. It's 0-1. Well, that's one of those home runs where it happens so fast where it almost seems like you don't notice it. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses away, and the count goes even at 1. Rahm could easily just forget it, worry about the next batter, and have no real issue focusing on it. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball line foul hard right side, and the count goes to 1-2. Because again, the Baysox were still able to bail them out with home runs of their own. They lead 4-1. A solo blast to lead off the 4th by Colton Kauser, and a 3-run blast by Shane Fontana, the 1-2. Again, fouled off right side. Rocchio coming up late on so many of these offerings right now. Batting as a right-hander. He's not been too bad. does have a slightly better OPS and doesn't strike out as often. The 1-2. Popped up foul right side. This one will get out of play. But the count remains at 1-2 as Rom continues to just attack early on against Rocchio. Next offering. Curveball bounced to the right side and through the gap, a base hit. So Rocchio now has hits in 3 consecutive games. And it's back-to-back hits to open up the 5th inning for Akron. This is where Rom kind of ran into an issue with Somerset last week, is that when he tried to stretch into the 6th inning, he got 2 quick outs and then just wasn't missing the barrels anymore. Had 4 consecutive base runners reach. Now Brian Lavastida, who lined into an unassisted double play back in the 3rd. First pitch. Breaking ball misses down and inside. Count starts out at 1-0. Here's the next. This one slapped toward the right side, falling quickly and in for a base hit, headed toward the corner. It bounces off the fencing where it's scooped up by Fontana. Headed to 3rd and stopping there. The throw goes to 2nd and way out of the baseline. Lavastida is out. They go back to 3rd and the runner is safe. But the runner at 2nd is out as Lavastida, I'm not sure if he tripped up somewhere rounding first, but he ran out of the baseline trying to initially avoid the tag by Connor Norby there.
Right, and Akron manager Ruglat Sodor was saying run back to 2nd, you weren't tagged, but he was already ruled out. He just kind of ran out of the play.
So it will be a base hit, a single. I said it was Norby who was there. It was Ortiz, so it'll be a 9-6 putout of Lavastida. Outfield assist for Fontana, his first in right field in just his 2nd game. And now here's George Valera. First pitch in the left-hander, just sneaks it foul. Back to the screen, and the count starts out at 0-1. So Bowie lucks into an out, more or less, as it's now runner at 3rd and 1 away instead of 2 in scoring position and none out. They still lead 4-1. Valera singled on the infield in the 4th inning, got left at 3rd base. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball grounded over to the right side. This will score a run as it's backhanded to the outfield by Connor Norby. Sidearm to first base and in time for the out. An RBI ground out for George Valera scores Rocchio. Inches Akron a bit closer, but Bowie still leads 4-2. So now with 2 quick outs, it'll be Jonkenzie Noel as Valera picks up his 52nd RBI on the season. Leads the team in that metric. Noel 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts, grounds the first pitch he sees foul, 3rd base side. Connor Lopritch has shifted into the usual tandem arm for Bowie after Noah Denoyer had stepped into the starting rotation. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses high, and the count evens at 1. So Lopritch is getting warm now. Again, Denoyer scheduled to start game 2 tomorrow. Here's the 1-1. This one smashed high but not too deep toward left field. Now toward foul ground. Haskins sprinting down. The shortstop up on top of the mound in the bullpen. Joey Ortiz watches it fall in. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on that sky-high foul. And now Rom an opportunity to strike out his 8th batter. He struck out 4 among his first 6, but only 3 since. Most strikeouts Rom has collected in a game this season is 8. It was back in early April. The 1-2 to Noel. Curveball bounced foul. Pulled it a little bit up the 3rd base line, and the count remains. Bowie leads 4-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. As the right-hander Lopritch continues to warm, but Rom is approaching that 90 pitch count. That's pretty much been the hard limit for a lot of Baysox arms this season. Rom has been the only one to actually reach 90 this year. Another 1-2 to Noel. Misses down and inside. Fastball. That one looked like it could have hit. But Noel is a tall customer. Probably got a little under the knees. They've got the shift on for the right-hander very slightly. The 2-2 pitch. This one knuckled foul off of the handle of the bat and back behind the screen. Count remains even at 2. The next pitch will be the 7th of the plate appearance and the 90th for Rom. He threw 93 in his last start. That was a season tie for Rom. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball on the lower outside corner, and Noel goes chasing. A season's high, tying 8 strikeouts for Drew Rom. He does allow a solo home run and an RBI ground out in the 5th. But as we move to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home, Bowie leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's a busy day at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, July 17th. Princesses and Pirates Day at the ballpark. Don your shiniest crown, wear your fanciest slippers or your peg leg and your eye patch as Prince George's Stadium transforms into a fun fairy tale castle and a swashbuckling ballpark. It's also Louie's birthday bash. Many of Louie's mascot friends will be on hand to celebrate what should be just a fantastic day at Prince George's Stadium. That's Sunday, July 17th, so get your tickets now at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
It's always such a great pleasure to have you along for each and every game this season. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatis with you from Prince George's Stadium on what's been, albeit a little hot, still lovely day here at the ballpark in Bowie. As the Baysox lead 4-2 entering the bottom of the 5th. First pitch home to J.D. Mundy is called a strike. A curveball on the outside edge. It's 0-1. The Baysox plated all 4 of their runs in the 4th inning on a pair of home runs. A solo blast by Colton Cowser to open the frame, and a 3-run shot by Shane Fontana. Next pitch to Mundy, fouled off into the mid of the catcher, and the count goes to 0-2. But after the 3-run home run by Fontana, Gaddis struck out the next 2 batters. He struck out 6 total. All 6 have been among the bottom 4 batters in the Baysox lineup. The 0-2 pitch. Mundy pops it foul behind home plate. It'll get out. Count remains at 0-2. Mundy was one of those strikeouts. He went down swinging back in the 3rd inning. It'll be Mundy, Norby, and Cowser. 9-1-2 in the Baysox lineup due. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and inside as Lavastida was set up low and away. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Not too much wind left here at the ballpark. It was pushing steadily out to center field for the first couple of innings, but now we're sitting calm. The 1-2 fastball misses up and away, and the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, in the last half inning, Eli Lingos was warming up for Akron in the bullpen, but the left-hander has since sat down. 78 pitches so far for Gaddis as the 2-2 comes home, and it's called strike 3. Curveball finds its way down to the top half of the zone as Mundy had thought about it but pulled back. That turned out to be the wrong choice. 7th strikeout for Hunter Gaddis today. That's the first one looking. And now goes back to the top of the lineup for Connor Norby. Norby a 1-for-2 day. As the first pitch comes in, and it's spoiled foul right side. Count opens up at 0-1. Norby singled up the middle in the first inning, but was picked off of first base. He grounded out to 3rd, ending the 3rd. They put a very slight shift on for him, the 0-1. Curveball misses too far inside, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Thinking about a handful of the batters in the lineup for Bowie today and their recency with High A Aberdeen as the 1-1 comes home. Checked on, curveball called for strike in the lower outside corner. It's 1-2. Do want to send our well wishes and our thoughts to a quick turnaround for High A Aberdeen as they had to postpone last night's game because of the weather that went through, but it's not just that. The 2-1 misses inside a curveball, run the count even at 2. Is that they had such strong winds and were within the vicinity of a tornado that had apparently touched down in the area that they had to postpone their game because of stadium conditions, not just field conditions. The 3-1 or the 2-2 rather, is grounded foul left side. Count remains even at 2. Part of their fence in right field had been bent a little bit, and some of the windows had been blown out. The 2-2 checked on, and the home plate umpire says that Norby went around. Breaking ball went down in the dirt, and I'm not sure how well that one was called for, but Gaddis strikes out his 8th. He struck out 4 consecutive batters since Shane Fontana's 3-run home run last inning. Still not close to his season-high total, though. Gaddis struck out 11 Binghamton Rumble Ponies in 6 no-hit innings. First pitch to Colton Cowser is smashed. Way out to right field. Noel's backing up. He hops at the wall. And did he bring it down? He did. Had to wait a while for the home plate umpire to actually make that call. That was a great shot by Cowser, but just didn't have enough juice on it. 3 up, 3 down go the Baysox in the 5th inning. And as we go to the 6th, Bowie leads 4-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. Still 3 more fireworks shows in the month of July on Saturday the 16th, Friday the 29th, and Saturday the 30th. Hope to see you there.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
As we enter the 6th inning here at Prince George's Stadium, Drew Rahm will call it an afternoon. He's in line to pick up a win in his 4th consecutive start as he tossed 5 innings, allowed 7 hits and 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 8, matching a season's high mark, walked only 2 and allowed a home run. As Bowie leads 4-2, a new pitcher takes over, Connor Lopritch. Adam will tell you a little bit more about it.
Well, thank you so much, Matt. So Lopritch enters 1-1 with a 5.56 ERA. He'll deal to Micah Prees in for the left side. The pitch and a fastball hit sharply and fair down the right field line and into the corner. Digging it out, Fontana up with it quickly. Here comes a throw, but it's not in time as Prees slides in foot first with a first pitch swinging hard ground ball double. And after Bowie's 4-run 4th, Akron has really got to get going offensively here. Yeah, now Chris Roller will come to the plate. Lopritch, 17th outing of the year, 14th in relief here with the Baysox as he works from the stretch. And now the pitch to Roller. Fastball hit high in the air, left center. It's going to be playable. Cowser is over to his right. He's under it to make the catch, and it's not deep enough to allow Prees to tag. That's a big out. The runner's going to stay at second, and there's one retired. And now the left-handed hitting Julian Escobedo will come to the plate. Lopritch, you see the ERA above 5. He has allowed a 6.86 ERA here in Bowie, but really he has pitched extremely well here as of late as he works from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And a fastball inside. It was close. And they count 1-0 to Escobedo. In his last 4 outings, Lopritch has worked 2 or more innings in 3 of them, and he has not allowed a run. He delivers. And a fastball away, ball 2. You look at it. He's thrown 9 consecutive scoreless innings in his last 4 times out there. Count 2-0 to Escobedo. Runner at second. 1 down, and here's the pitch. And it's down and inside. That ball heads him dart to it. And they count 3-0. On deck, the 9-hole hitter in Schneemann. Another left-handed hitter. We are in a lefty-loaded portion of the lineup. As Lopridge comes home, and he misses up high, ball 4 with a fastball, and Escobedo is walked with a 4-pitch at-bat for a second consecutive tie. So 4-2, the Baysox lead it. 2 men are on now, 1 man down. And here is Schneemann, who batted with runners at first and second and 2 down and grounded out in the second, and then grounded out with the bases loaded to end the 4th inning. Now he's had some ducks in the pond, literally, as there's a swing and a miss on a pitch diving down and in. And they count 0-1 is, of course, Akron. They are the Rubber Ducks. Akron, Ohio, the home of Goodyear tires. They are the rubber capital of the world. Here's the 0-1. And it's a changeup missing away, and the count evens here 1-1 to Schneemann. But once again for Rahm, he struck out 8. He allowed 2 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. Both runs coming in that 5th pitch. And a reaching swing pops it foul. It'll get out of play off to the left side. And the count now 1-2. He threw him another changeup. Rahm, of the 7 hits he allowed, 3 of them were infield hits. And the homer went right down the right field line over the short porch at 3:09 the pitch. And it's a cold strike 3. He got him on the inner half of the plate with an 89-mile-an-hour delivery. What a big strikeout for Lopridge. There's 2 down in the inning. And now Jose Tena, who hit that homer down the line and right. He's got 2 extra base hits today, stands in. 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Left-handed hitter with a crouch at the plate as Lopridge looks to second and comes home, and it's in there for a cold strike. A fastball with some movement to it at 90 miles an hour. Lopridge came over to the Orioles via a trade as a backdoor breaking ball just missed away. Looked like it had the plate, and the count 1-1. Now in really his 2nd season in the system. He was traded in the Lost 2020 campaign. First year here in Bowie. A 1-1. And it misses away. A changeup. And they count 2 balls and a strike here to Tena. Shortstop Ortiz is shaded right up the middle. The lead runner at second is Prees, the first baseman, a big fella. Now they play to pull. Prieto, though, is near the bag at third. The pitch. Swing and a chop ball. Foul. Off of the fence in front of the Baysox dugout. And we'll do it here with a count 2-2 to Tena. Now Akron had a leadoff double from Tena in the 3rd, but did not score. They get a leadoff double from Pre's first pitch of this 6th. And now trying to bring him around with 2 down. Lopridge gets the sign. Comes set at the letters. And now comes Playward. Swing and another chopper right over the Baysox dugout. Foul. Into the netting. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lopridge did not start pitching until right around this part last year due to a knee injury. Didn't pitch till late in June. He delivers. And it's down and inside, an off-speed pitch. And the count is full now, 3-2. That might have been a slider. The runners are going to run with this one here. Now with the count 3-2. Escobedo at first. Prees at second will get a head start here. Lopridge has got the sign. The runners go, the 3-2. Swing at a ground ball right side. It's a base hit. Breeze will turn third to score. Fontana will throw it in towards second, and it's a one-run ball game at 4-3. Well, that ball was struck sharply. The third hit of the game for Tana, who is a triple shy of the cycle. He's now got 2 runs driven in, and the tying run is at third with 2 down. And Brian Rocchio, a switch hitter who will bat from the left side, is going to come to the plate here. And Josh Conway, the Baysox pitching coach, will come out to talk things over. That's one of those, that was a hard ground ball base hit. Fontana's already thrown out a runner today. He's got a pretty good arm in right. If it wasn't a 3-2 pitch, right? If the runners went out running with a pitch, I don't know if Preece scores there. I mean, quite possibly he would. But because he's running with a pitch, not only does he score, but easily, Escobedo, who runs well, the center fielder who was at first base, easily goes from first to third. Yeah, now Rocchio will bat. Switch hitter to stand in from the left side. Runners at the corners here with 2 down. A run is in, and a 4-0 Bowie lead is now at 4-3. Game 1 of a 6-game series. And here's the pitch from Lopridge. Swinging a high pop-up on the infield. Norby is standing and waiting, coming in onto the dirt, and on the infield skin, he makes the catch. A big out to end the inning. So Akron cuts the Bowie lead to run on Tana's RBI single. But we now move to the bottom of the 6th. The Baysox still lead it 4-3 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Welcome back to Bowie, bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3. The Baysox lead it, but that lead has been shrinking. Here is Cesar Prieto, doubled and scored his last time up as Gaddis throws, and a breaking ball strike to get ahead, 0-1. So Gaddis allowed 4 runs in the 4th, but then worked a 1-2-3 5th inning, striking out 2 batters. He throws, and a fisted foul off the top of the screen. And the count is at 0-2. Gaddis started this inning at 86 pitches thrown. He delivers. And a changeup check swing, the appeal, but Prieto did not go. Ball 1. Now this is 3, 4, and 5 in the Baysox order as they try to gain some momentum back in the ball game. Akron has scored the game's last 3 runs. 1-2. And a lifted foul off a fastball straight back out of play. Prieto was a big leaguer in Cuba before signing with the Orioles. He played for Cienfuegos of Serie Nacional. That's the Cuban big leagues. As there's a foul on a line back out of play. And we'll do it again here, 1-2 the count. And overall between Aberdeen and Bowie, he's hit better than 300 at 302, entering today in 65 games. 1-2 coming. Fastball hit well to left field. Valera, a late break back, still on the run. He'll track it down and make the catch onto the warning track. Boy, Cowser nearly homered in the fifth. A leaping catch to end the inning by Noel at the base of the wall. And now Prieto gave that a drive. Ball one retired, and now here is Hudson Haskin. Activity has started, though, in the Akron bullpen as Eli Lingos, a 26-year-old lefty, is up and throwing. As here's the wind of the pitch, corners are in, and Haskin takes a changeup strike. The Rom threw right around that 90-pitch barometer, or plateau per se, in his 5 innings. Gaddis into the 6th as a fastball just off the outside, and the count evens here at 1-1 to Haskin. Schneemann is still playing even with the bag at third here. The 1-1. And there's a pop right back our way. Watch out, everybody. This one lands right on top of us and comes falling down beneath our broadcast locale. A youngster in a J.J. Hardy shirt going after it. Or if you're an Oriole fan, you would say J.J. Hardy. Count is 1-2. As Gaddis into the wind. Here's the pitch. And a breaking ball into the dirt taken. And the count evens at 2-2. Once again, the Baysox scored 4 runs. They got a solo homer from Cowser. His third in just 12 games. Out to straightaway center to open the 4th. And then Fontana, the big blast. As a fastball beats Haskin, he was fooled by it. A swing and a miss for the 9th Gaddis strikeout of the day. And there's 2 down in the inning. And that's going to do it here for Gaddis, as Akron manager Douglas Odor is going to come out to make the move to the bullpen. So it's a 4-3 ball game. Bowie leads. Lingos, the lefty, coming in. And we're back with more right after this.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
So the new pitcher is Eli Lingos, as he will enter here for Akron. Lingos making only his 7th Double-A outing of the year. He is allowed 5 runs, 4 of which earned in 7 1/3 innings. The left-handed pitcher. He'll face Joey Ortiz with 2 outs and nobody on. 4-3 our score. The Baysox lead it. Well, the Akron manager that came out to make the move there, Douglas Odor, 3rd-year Akron manager, the Eastern League Championship manager of a year ago. He's in his 35th season in the Cleveland organization. And if you say, well, I think I know that name, Odor, well, there is a reason why. Douglas Odor is the uncle of Orioles infielder Rougned Odor, who has been quite a leader for Baltimore this year. As a first pitch fastball just off the outside, ball 1 to Joey Ortiz. It's 4-3 Bowie, 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 6th. Ortiz 1 for 2 today, the pitch. And he takes a cold strike in the inside corner at the knees. And the count evens 1-1. So many ties that bind to the game of baseball. There's a driven ball, but foul down the line and left. Boy, Ortiz went down and got that pitch. And he really drove it. Got out of play. And the count 1-2. Hunter Gaddis led 4 runs in 5 innings, or 5 2/3 innings, and struck out 9. As there's a reaching swing and a chopper to third, chest high gloving the high hop Schneemann, and a throw across the diamond in time, and with it the inning is over. So the Baysox down in order in the 6th. We head to the 7th. Bowie still leading 4-3 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There's plenty going on at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, July 30th. It's the Island Luau night at the ballpark as the Baysox battle the Altoona Curve. Live music from the islands, inspirational dance performances, and more. But that's not all. It's also Maryland's worst car show. Do you own a clunker, a piece of junk on wheels? Well, here's your chance to show it off. Again, that's all on Saturday, July 30th. So head to Baysox.com to purchase tickets and find out more about registering for Maryland's worst car show. Hope to see you there.
So we head to the top of the 7th inning, and the Baysox are hanging on. They once led 4-0. It's now 4-3. As here is Brian Lavastida to stand in. As Lopridge goes to work for his 2nd inning of work, the righty throws, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. That had a little cut to it at 88 miles an hour to get ahead. Lavastida, then the big boys, Valera and Noel. They 0-1. And a breaking ball dives down low. And the count is 1-1. I don't know if you guys heard this, but a little factoid. Cal Ripken Jr. was getting a little nervous as a breaking ball's off the inside ball, too. His consecutive game streak at 2,632 was becoming a bit encroached upon. Pitch and a swing and a miss for a strike. It's 2-2. Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Royals this year had crossed beyond the 500 consecutive game plateau. As here's the pitch, and a breaking ball misses in, ball 3. The count full to Lavastida. But on Monday night, Merrifield unfortunately had to miss the ball game due to injury. 3-2. Swinging a chopper left side. Gloving Prieto, the third baseman, to his left. And the throw across the diamond is in time. And there's one down. And now Valera will come to the plate. The Merrifield's streak ends at 553. Cal just beat him. And the new consecutive game holder, Matt Olson, the Braves first baseman, at 221. As there's a foul back our way. Kind of a fisted foul off the bat of Valera. And the count is 0-1. Matt Olson, you're just 14 years away, playing every day. There's a slow chopper up the first base line. Charging the glove in fair territory, Mundy, and he steps on the bag. Valera retired softly, and there's 2 down. Well, there's one of your Valera you hit and you say, please go foul. Was it just kind of slowly rolled up the line. But it stayed fair. There's 2 down. And here's the minor league home run hitting leader in Noel, who struck out 3 times today. And here's the pitch. And he swings it. It's a sharply but foul outside third. Everything about Noel, just from the look of this big fella, says power. Even the way he stands at the plate, holds his hands a bit down low, bend of the knee, has a little Eddie Murray to him in that way. The 0-1 coming, a swing and a high pop-up. Backing up at second, Normie. In is the right fielder, Fontana. Fontana calls and makes the catch. And is a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Connor Lopridge. It's stretch time in Bowie afternoon baseball. We got a good one. On to the bottom of the 7th we go. It's a 4-3 Baysox lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Here's maybe the man of the day for the Baysox. We get to the bottom of the 7th. Shane Fontana. It is returned to the Bowie lineup as the first pitch of the inning. A fastball strike in the outer half. And the count 0-1. 4-3 the Baysox lead this ball game, bottom of the 7th. As Lingos back to the hitter, delivers. And a chop ball to first. Second up, gloving Priest, flipping to Lingos covering. And Fontana retired. And there's 1 down. Fontana hit the big 3-run home run with 2 down. Or check that with 1 down in the 4th inning. That made it a 4-0 Bowie lead. And then in Akron's big 2-run rally in the 5th, he threw out Brian Lavastida on a hard ground ball into the corner and right. At second, that is a big out in what was an inning that could have been a huge inning for Akron. They ended up with 2 runs in the frame as Roberts takes a breaking ball in the dirt, down and in for ball 1. Cody Roberts out of the University of North Carolina. He was actually a draft-eligible sophomore prior to the 2017 draft as he lifts a foul fly out of play right side. Count 1-1. That was a 40-round draft. Roberts was drafted in the very late rounds by the Miami Marlins, but he came back to play for the Tar Heels as a junior. Pitch and a changeup misses up and away, and it's now 2-1. The Orioles then took him with the 11th round pick in the 2018 draft. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard grounder left side, gloving beautifully Schneemann. He spins at third, and he throws out Roberts off a hot shot grounder. It was 99 off of the bat. On this first day of NHL free agency, Matt, we call that a Gretzky. And now Andrew Dashbach will come to the plate. And boy, Akron has locked things down after the Fontana homer. 10 in a row have been retired. 4-3, the Baysox lead it. Here's the pitch. And a foul tip into the middle. The catcher, Lavastida, on an off-speed pitch. 0-1 here to Dashbach. Here's the next one. And Dashbach tried to check a swing but could not. On another off-speed pitch, this one down towards the dirt. Oh, there's a little bit of a Johnny Cueto feel. Maybe a Fernando Valenzuela type here with Eli Lingos. As he shows both numbers on the back of his jersey to the hitter. And he ties up Dashbach with a fastball at the top of the zone. A swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. So we head to the 8th inning. The Baysox going to the bullpen again here. It looks like Elliott is coming on. 4-3 Bowie leads on the Baysox Baseball Network.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Welcome back to Bowie. We head to the top of the 8th inning. 4-3, the Baysox lead it. Connor Loprich is out of the game. He allowed a run in 2 innings of work on 2 hits. And he gives way to Jensen Elliott, who comes into this ball game once again. 4-3, the Baysox lead it. Now with a call, here's Matt Sabatos.
Well, Elliott, a 6'6", 231-pound right-hander, drafted in the 19th round of the 2019 draft from Oklahoma State. He faces the bottom half of the Akron lineup to start. First pitch home to Micah Prees is grounded right to second, taken on a backhanded knee by Connor Norby and sent to first in time. A little high to J.D. Mundy, but there, a 4-3 putout, and there's quickly one gone. 1 pitch, 1 out. Elliott now faces Chris Roller. 15 appearances for Elliott this season. He's gone 4-2, sporting a 5 even ERA and 27 innings of work. 17 strikeouts, 5 walks. He's allowed 3 home runs. He's had 3 save opportunities. He's converted 2 of them. If he pitches both of these innings, it would be a save chance. First pitch home to Chris Roller is a breaking ball called for strike on the inside edge. It's 0-1. 1 for 2 day for Roller. He's gotten out of the infield once, walked in the second inning, got forced out at third, singled in the fourth, and flew out to center field his last time up. Next pitch fouled off right side, and the count goes to 0-2. Elliott is coming off of a save against the Somerset Patriots. You go back to the 6th, and that was following Drew Rahm as well. A very similar game to today as the 0-2 pitch comes in. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bowie had taken a 4-0 lead, a game that featured a Colton Cowser leadoff solo home run. Today it was in the 4th inning. Last week it was in the 5th inning. But Somerset had taken the 4-0 lead to a 4-3 game. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball misses down, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. When Elliott had come in, Bowie had made the game 5-3, but Elliott allowed a run late in game, a solo home run to Mickey Gasper in the 9th, but stranded the tying run. 2-2 pitch, swung on and bounced foul off of Roller's ankle. He goes down. Rolls in front on his backside in front of the plate, but now he uprights, braced up against the bat to get himself onto his feet. The manager, Ruglis Odor, is going to come down and check on him, as well as the athletic trainer, Jacob Lagan. But Roller is not really looking at them. He's just been staring over at the first base, and now the athletic trainer will speak with him just slightly. We'll see if they do anything. Roller just seems to be gripping the bat and saying, I'm good to go. It's fine. It's just that initial shock. We'll wait on another 2-2 offering to the right-hander. But Elliott will probably be called upon for 2 innings today instead of just the 1 that he was last week in Somerset. As another 2-2 comes home, it's just down. Hard slider misses, and it runs the count full. Roller this season is hitting .267 on full counts. Walks a lot more than he strikes out. They've got a decent shift on for him. The 3-2. Grounded into the shift. Taken on a knee by Cesar Prieto at third. He rips it to first. Dug out and in time. That was some great speed up the line by Chris Roller, but Prieto just got it there. A 5-3 putout. A good scoop by J.D. Mundy. And there's quickly 2 gone on a pair of groundouts. Well, Bowie has had some really consistent work from their first baseman this season. You've got J.D. Mundy and Andrew Dashbach, who have combined for just 6 errors across every game that the Baysox have played this year. Bowie has not used any other first baseman. First pitch home to Julian Escobedo, misses down a fastball. Count starts out at 1-0. It's a perfect day at the plate for Escobedo. He singled on the infield in the second inning, but was left at first. He's since drawn 2 walks. He's been stranded both times. Bases empty, 2 away here in the top of the 8th as Bowie leads 4-3. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses away from Elliott. Count goes to 2-0. It's a 4-pitch offering for Jensen Elliott, featuring a 4-seamer as well as a 2-seamer, a slider, and a changeup. As the 2-0 comes home, that looked to be the changeup. Call it for strike. Hit on the outside edge, and it runs the count to 2 balls and a strike now. The 2-1. Tried for the same spot, but missed a little bit with the fastball. Count runs to 3 balls and a strike. Clouds have put a little bit of shade on the ballpark. Still plenty of sunlight about, but just drops the temperature a little bit. Always nice. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Just a piece off of home and back to the screen. Back-to-back full counts now for Jensen Elliott on the mound. Of course, the Baysox bullpen is benefited by a nice tent covering provided by the grounds crew. Always grateful for them. And it is nice to just not have the direct sunlight beating on you. The 3-2. This one floated to the left side, and it touches down for a base hit, rolling toward the corner of third. Escobedo will try for second, but he stops, actually, after making a hard round, getting halfway up the line. A good run in by Hudson Haskin in left field. Holds it to just a single. Escobedo on a 2-for-2 day now. Extends the inning. He's really not had any loud contact all day. He had the infield single in the second. That one was a soft liner that if they were playing him a little bit up the line, Prieto would have had no problem getting to it. Runner goes, first pitch, squared to bunt, call a strike, throw to second is just a little bit high. Joey Ortiz had to hop up a little bit to make the catch, and while trying to go low with it, Julian Escobedo had slid under the air Joey. Cody Roberts had it there timing-wise. It was just a little high. So Escobedo picks up his 12th stolen base of the season. But the count starts out at 0-1 on Daniel Schneemann. That's a tying run now in scoring position. It's on Elliott to try and keep it easy. The 0-1 bounced up the first base line, but foul, well too far ahead of the slider. And the count quickly to 0-2. So Elliott and a quick opportunity to try and keep this inning scoreless. In the bottom of the 8th, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Baysox due up to bat, starting with J.D. Mundy, as they have been held supremely quiet since putting on 4 runs in the 4th inning. Runner at second, 2 away. The 0-2 swung on and just foul. Hit off of the top of the catcher's mitt and went back to the screen as Schneemann stays alive for another one. It's an 0-for-3 day for Schneemann. He hit into a fielder's choice in the second inning, grounded out to second in the 4th, struck out looking in the 6th. Mild shift on for the left-hander. He pulls it nearly half the time. Elliott sets at the chin, looking back, runner at second, fires the 0-2, and it's a slider. Misses down and inside. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Well, it's almost one of those risk-reward things to have that runner steal second base, because now with the shift on, your first baseman doesn't need to cover the bag. It gives you a little bit more ground covered instead of a massive gap on the right side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Two-seamer down. Elliott strands the runner at second with his first strikeout. Bowie has 10 on the day as a staff. Bottom of the 8th coming up here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie leads 4-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates, with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Bottom of the 8th inning here in Bowie as the Baysox are clinging to a 4-3 advantage. They've been hoping to increase for quite some time, but they have been shut down. 11 in a row retired by Akron batting as the Baysox will have to face off against a new pitcher. Carlos Vargas takes over, relieving Eli Lingos, who tossed 1 1/3 perfect innings. 4 up, 4 down. He struck out a batter, worked 3 groundouts. That was it. Hunter Gaddis is still the pitcher of record. 5 2/3 innings of work for the right-hander. He allowed 4 runs and 9 strikeouts. But as Vargas takes over, he'll face off against J.D. Mundy, a rehabbing big leaguer, a 210-pound, 22-year-old right-hander from Maca in the Dominican Republic. International free agent signed in 2015. Comes set and fires the first pitch. Swinging a piece foul back to the screen. And the count starts out at 0-1.
That was 99 miles an hour for this right-hander.
That's pretty fast. Ralph, no pitch clock. Here's the 0-1. Inside, nearly clipped him. Did Mundy get out of the way? Home plate umpire called for time on it. And he hasn't signaled first, but Mundy's just walking to first. Yeah, it looks like he's been awarded the base.
Second baseman, Connor Norby.
So now here's Connor Norby. So Vargas on the Major League rehab assignment. Is interesting considering he's not even made his Major League debut, but he's on the Major League roster, and he's on the injured list, and this does count as a rehab assignment, that it's not applicable for the pitch clock. It's just a very interesting situation. The Baysox went through something similar when Matt Harvey had pitched for Bowie for 2 games. He wasn't held to the pitch clock rules, even though he wasn't even technically on a Major League roster.
Yeah, very abnormal.
Mondy's going to get some test runs, headed out to right field to see how that foot is doing.
Obviously, how many pitch clock violations are we seeing, though? So it really isn't something that has all that much meaning to it.
But it still made its impact, and I'm never going to complain about that. Oh, the time of game has just been phenomenal here in 2022 as Connor Norby digs in. 1 for 3 day for Norby with a runner at first and nobody out. First pitch in, and he swings and misses on a slider down and away. Count starts out at 0-1. So Vargas making his 7th appearance with Akron. 1-1 with a 4.15 ERA.
1,522.
He's tossed 8 2/3 innings in his 6 appearances. The 0-1. Norby watches breaking ball bounce in. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. That's 4 earned runs for Vargas in the 8 2/3. He's walked 4, struck out 7. As Bowie really has a big opportunity to increase right now, something that they hope to do. Next pitch, Norby watches blazing fastball at 99. Find the bottom half of the zone for a called strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. So Vargas injured his right elbow in spring training of last season and had to undergo Tommy John surgery, missing out on 2021. Next pitch misses low, and the count goes even at 2. He only made 1 appearance in an exhibition game for Cleveland. And that was it. That was his entire 2021. The 2-2 pitch. Here's a loud smack out toward right field, but it should stay in the park as John Kenzie Noel curls around on it. And in front of the warning track, he makes the catch. So there's 1 away.
Center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Here's Colton Cowser. One for 3 day for Cowser. Solo home run to center field in the 4th. First pitch. Fastball. 98. Called a strike. Lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Well, for someone coming back from Tommy John surgery, it doesn't really seem like he's having any trouble locating. And it seems to be that his fastball command is right there. The 0-1 pitch. Cowser watches it down a slider. Count runs even at a ball and a strike. Bowie leads 4-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, you got to feel a little bit for Vargas. 22-year-old has had just the worst luck when it comes to trying to crack through the Major League club. 1-1, down and inside. Count goes to 2-1 because he was added to the 40-man roster in late 2020, and of course he didn't pitch then, because really nobody pitched then. He works first base side of the rubber, sets, and fires the 2-1 offering. Here's a smack into center. It sends Escobedo on the run a little bit, but after dancing around on it, he squares it up to make the catch. Boy, some loud barrels those last 2 at-bats for Bowie.
Yeah,
Norby and Cowser really made some clean contact.
It's an out, okay, but that was a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and the bat speed of Cowser was really remarkable. And if you're able to turn around that kind of velocity, it's a great sign of what you can do at the highest level of the game.
He still turned around on it, Cowser. 105-mile-an-hour exit velocity. That's a good sign. Cesar Prieto up, first pitch, left-hander, swings and misses on a breaking ball down. Count opens up at 0-1. I mean, just look at that. You can go down to 93 with some of your pitches. Here's the 0-1. Ball and a strike on Prieto. Next pitch. Fastball misses up and away at 98. Count runs to 2 balls and a strike. Prieto a 1 for 3 day. Grounded out to the second baseman in the 1st inning. He doubled to left field and scored on Fontana's 3-run homer in the 4th. Flew out to left field in the 6th. Here's the 2-1. This one smashed through the whole right side base hit. That's a well-struck single. Bowie is making so much great contact. I mean, look at that. Another 99-mile-an-hour fastball and 103-mile-an-hour exit velocity from Cesar Prieto on the pull side. A two-out single for Cesar for another two-hit day, and it puts J.D. Mundy at second now with Hudson Haskins stepping into the box. Prieto has been just the contact machine, the multi-hit machine more like it, as he's now already up to 13 multi-hit games this season. That's third on the active roster, behind just Ortiz and Haskin. And Prieto has been here for less than half the time. Here's Haskin now. First pitch. Fastball at 100. Misses high. 1-0 to start. Haskin walked and scored in the fourth. He's 0 for 2 overall in the day. Struck out swinging against Gaddis back in the sixth inning. First and second, 2 away in the bottom of the eighth. As the 1-0 comes home. And it's in there for a called strike. Breaking ball hits the bottom edge. It's 1-1. Guardians number 26 overall prospect according to Baseball America entering this season. Next pitch grounded to short. Tena picks it, goes the short way to second, retiring Prieto, and the inning is over. 6-4 force out sends us to the ninth as Bowie. They can't get any insurance, but they still lead 4-3. They need a quick frame from Jensen Elliott, and we're headed home happy. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it's the most special day of the year at Prince George's Stadium, and it comes your way Friday, July 29th. It's the 23rd Navy Night, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Join the United States Naval Academy class of 2026 and take in the Baysox as they face off against the Altoona Curve. It all comes your way on Friday, July 29th, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:05 with some fantastic post-game fireworks. The 23rd Annual Navy Night at Prince George's Stadium. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Ninth inning here in Bowie as the Baysox are trying to wrap up a 4-3 win. We've got time briefly called as Ruglis Odor had not gotten out to his coaching position at the third base box yet. Jensen Elliott was all set to deliver to Jose Tena, but he has to reset now. Now he's ready. Fires the first pitch in the left-hander. Tena pokes it to the left side, and it's just past the diving glove of Joey Ortiz. Just trickles right by him ever slowly. And it's a first pitch single for Tena. He's on a 4-hit day. What a run it is for the left-handed hitting shortstop right now. Brian Rocchio will step in now with a tying run at first base. Switch hitter bats lefty for just the second time today. First pitch, Rocchio watches fastball just barely miss away, and the count starts out at 1-0. It's a 1-for-3 day for Rocchio. He got hit by a pitch in the first, but singled in the fifth and came around to score. He popped out to second base his last time up. They've got the shift on for him. Third base is playing in past the line. Pickoff throw to first. Tag is a tad late, and we'll wait on the 1-0 offering. Four-hit day for Tena is a new career high for him. As the 0-1 comes home, and it's cracked bat, bounced over to the left side. It's going to be one out. Ortiz gloves it on the second base side and fires to first. Tena to second, and there's one away with the tying run now in scoring position on a 6-3 putout. A productive out for Rocchio. hit it to just the perfect spot. Connor Norby was playing a little bit deep and further on the pull side. That made it impossible for him to field and go to second base to turn 2, especially with the speedy Tana. But at least Ortiz had the speed to get that ball and fire to first. But now it's Brian Lavastida with runner in scoring position. First pitch. Fastball misses low, and the count starts out at 1-0. 1 for 4 day for Lavastida. He lined into an unassisted double play in the 3rd inning. What are the chances it happens twice? Here's the 1-0. Slider misses down, and it's 2-0 on Lavastida. He grounded out to third base his last time up. That was in the 7th. As Bowie leads 4-3 here in the top of the 9th, 2 outs away from a win. The next. That one's inside, nearly clipped him. Two-seamer runs it to 3-0. It's not the end of the world if you walk Lavastida, because George Valero will be on deck. Well, he is on deck right now. He's hit all 3 balls in play on the infield. The 3-0 is up and in. If Lavastida didn't move, that one was taking his chin off. He got out of the way cleanly, and that's a 4-pitch walk. First of the day for Elliott, and only the, 4th of the day for Baysox pitching.
Now you got to bear down. It's been a tough luck inning. I mean, Tana kind of hit a ball not that hard, but nobody was playing in that vicinity. You got a double play ground ball off the bat that you only get 1 out of it. And now you got to try to turn 2 here. Bowie's going to play a shifted infield again.
Left-hander Valera pokes at the first pitch and just gets it off of home plate. It's 0-1 to start. All 3 balls he's put into play have been on the infield. An infield single to second in the 4th. A ground out to second in the 5th that drove in a run, and a ground out to first in the 7th. He's hit into 2 double plays this season in 73 games. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just hits the outside edge of the zone. A well-placed slider from Elliott runs it to 0-2. Even though he has only hit into 2 double plays, Valera does hit it on the ground a little bit more often than the air. First and second, 1 away. The 0-2. Fastball skips in, rolls away slightly from Roberts, but he had a beat on it the entire time and chased it down to the edge of the batter's circle. So the runners stay put as the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes on that low 2-seamer.
What a great job by Roberts. Usually a pitch in the dirt is a breaking ball. You don't expect a fastball to be in the dirt. And an enormous block to keep the runners here put at first and second.
Shift on the right side is huge right now. The 1-2. It's bounced into that shift. No chance to turn 2, however. Norby picks it and takes it to Mundy at first base for the second out. The runners advance. A tying run is 90 feet away. A go-ahead run is in scoring position. But Bowie is 1 out away from wrapping up the win as John Kenzie Noel steps up on an 0-for-4 day. While Noel does have 6 home runs and 10 runs batted in this season, he does not have a single base hit with runners in scoring position yet. First pitch, slider down and away, and it's 1-0 to start. That's just an interesting statistical range right there, to have 6 homers and not even one of them with a runner at second or third. The 1-0 pitch. Noel watches the fastball miss low. And the count goes to 2-0.
Now, Noel's a very dangerous hitter, but you got a very tough left-handed hitter on deck in Prees, so first base is open here, but Prees is very tough.
Infield mostly straight up on the right-hander Noel, as Elliott sets, fires the 2-0 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Went with the slider inside, and it runs the count to 2-1. Bowie put on all 4 of their runs in the 4th inning, a pair of home runs. Solo by Colton Kauser, 3-run by Shane Fontana. It holds them to a 4-3 lead now. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded over to third and through. This might give Akron the lead. Tana scores. Lavastida rounds third. The throw home is late. A 2 RBI single. Elliott has blown the save, and Akron leads 5-4. The infield was played in just a tad. Feel like that might have taken away a bit of a chance on it. But John Kenzie Noel breaks out of a 2-game hitless skid in a big way. So Bowie's now going to have to try for a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. Second blown save for Jensen Elliott this season as Micah Prees steps in. First pitch. Grounded foul off of home plate, and it's 0-1 to start. Breeze a 1-for-4 day. Grounded out to second base his last time up, but doubled to open the sixth and came around to score. That a critical run right now. Connor Lopridge allowed it. If it weren't for that, it'd be a tie game. As the 0-1 comes home, and it hits him. That takes on Preese's knee, and he is down. That right knee, he's holding it hard on his backside. Runners now to first and second as the athletic trainer is going to come out. This has not been a good inning for Bowie. Leadoff infield single by Jose Tena. Brian Arocchio grounded out to push the runner to second. Brian Lavastida walked on 4 pitches. George Valera grounded out to advance both runners, and it was as productive as an out as he could have asked for because John Kenzie Noel singled softly to the left side to score both of them. Now Micah Preece hit by a pitch. He gets the okay, and he'll head to first base.
You know, the Rocchio ground ball, it was kind of a comebacker just to the left of Elliott. If he's able to glove it, it might be a double play. He let it go by. Bowie was able to get it out at first, but it allowed the runner that was at first to go up and get second to really set the table for Elliott to have to kind of be perfect down the stretch here to get out of the inning, and in the end, it didn't come through. Now, a lot of times when there's a ball coming back towards the hill, you do want the pitcher to let it go by, right? Because if they try to make a tough snare of the baseball and it grazes off their mitt, it can end up you don't get it out at all. But that looks like a small but somewhat large play here in this 9th inning.
Pest Now is a proud partner of the Baysox. They provide pest control services for Prince George's Stadium. For all your pest control services, termite control, mosquito control, anything, give them a call, 301-231-8300, or online at pestnow.com. Here's Chris Roller, first pitch. Slider misses down and away, and it's 1-0. Roller a 1-for-3 day, walked in the second, had an infield single in the fourth, flew out in the sixth, grounded out in the eighth. First and second still 2 away. As the 1-0 comes home, and it's grounded foul. Third base side, count evens. Well, this is a lot of the problems that Bowie ran into in Somerset. While they would take an early lead in a couple of the games, they only won 2 games because they couldn't maintain momentum. The 1-1 misses down, a swung on and missed. As Roller goes through it, it's 1-2. On Sunday's loss against Somerset, Bowie only collected 1 hit in the final 6 innings of the game. So Elliott sets, looks back, runner at second, fires the 1-2, and it bounces in. Slider down and away, runs the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind out to center. So Elliott holds ball behind waist and sets. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Slider inside and the inning is over, but Bowie, after only needing 1 out to wrap up a win, now have 3 outs to work with before they suffer a loss. 1 to tie, 2 to win. Bowie goes to the bottom of the 9th. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Get the best deals at Prince George's Stadium with weekly promotions all season. Tuesdays are Military Appreciation Night. Purchase a box seat at the ticket office with a proof of service and you'll only pay half price. Bring along your furry friend on Woof Wednesday, and it's the best happy hour around every Thursday from 5 to 6:30. $2 Bud and Bud Light drafts with other beer specials throughout the year, and live music to get your night started. It's always a great time at the ballpark, so get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
we go to the bottom of the ninth here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie entered the frame leading 4-3. They now trail 5-4. As Carlos Vargas will continue on the mound for Akron. He's suddenly in line for a win. Joey Ortiz will lead off, followed by Shane Fontana and Cody Roberts. Right-hander, left-hander, right-hander, all against Vargas. First pitch home, and it's up and away a slider. Count starts out at 1-0.
New catcher in the game, Matt, for Akron. It is Eric Rodriguez. He's catching. He'll bat third if we move on to extras.
Lavastida was hit by a pitch, or Micah Prees was hit by a pitch, rather, as the next pitch misses down, and the count goes to 2-0. Ortiz a 1-for-3 day. As the 2-0 comes home, and it misses up and away. A fastball at 98 runs it to 3-0. Here's the 3-0 from Vargas. Way up and in, ball 4. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and Vargas does seem to be a little bit more wild with the fastball than what we saw in that first inning. He didn't pick up any strikeouts with it. And it did lead to some loud contact just right at fielders. So Bowie may be an opportunity now with tying run opening the frame on base, and Shane Fontana, who had a 3-run home run in the 4th inning, made it a 4-0 game. But now Bowie trails 5-4 here in the bottom of the 9th. First pitch home. Left-hander fouls it off back to the screen, and the count opens up at 0-1. Fontana grounded out to first base his last time up. That was back in the 7th. 0-1 from Vargas. Fontana slaps it the other way, and it's through for a base hit into left field. Ortiz will stop at second base. The throw goes back, but he gets in safe. That was a tough one. But Fontana, now a 2-hit day for Sugar Shane. That's his 9th of the season with Bowie, and the tying run is now in scoring position with nobody out for Cody Roberts.
So the question is, do you try to bunt here, right? You got Dashbach and Mundy following. A bunt could move the runners, even the winning run into scoring position, let alone the tying run to third with less than 2 down. It's going to be interesting to see what Bowie does here.
I don't think we've seen too many sacrifice attempts from Cody Roberts this season. Cesar Prieto has been far and away the best bunter on the team. Corner infielders will play in anticipation of it. As the first pitch comes, Roberts swings through it instead. Breaking ball down, and it's 0-1 to start. 0-for-3 day for Cody Roberts. He struck out twice, grounded out to third base his last time up. First and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 9th as Bowie trails by 1. Vargas struggling just a tad. As time is called, we'll wait on the next offering.
Looks like Tyler Birch is starting to throw, the right-hander in the Baysox bullpen if we do go to a 10th inning.
Roberts sets, as does Vargas at the chin. The 0-1 pitch. Roberts watches high fastball. That one looked like it probably could have gone, but it's called for ball 1. Roberts was at the plate the last time Bowie earned a walk-off win. Can't get too anxious about it now as they still trail by a run, but he's been a good clutch hitter for the Baysox this season. Here's the 1-1. Fastball away at 100 miles an hour. 2 balls and a strike. But you talk about Roberts' work late. After the 6th inning of all games this season, Cody Roberts' batting average is .340. And he just finds something better against relievers. First and second, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch. This one lifted on a deep shot toward right field, toward the corner. Noel scoops it on the line, and Ortiz wasn't tagging. They throw it back to the infield, and Ortiz had to sprint back to second base. That would have been a surefire opportunity for a sacrifice fly. If it gets down and you're still on second base, you could probably score no matter what. But Ortiz was way off the bag and can't tag.
Yeah, usually on a play like that, you would play halfway because of the fact that if it's down, it's easier to score. But obviously he would have unquestionably been at third Had he gone back to tag there.
So it's just a fly out. So it goes down in the book, and now Andrew Dashbach. First pitch. Fastball up and in at 95. It's 1-0. It's an 0 for 3 day for Dashbach. He has had a very bad relationship with the strike zone lately. As the 1-0 comes home, and it's called a strike. 99-mile-an-hour fastball in the lower outside corner, as Dashbach has struck out in each of his last 9 plate appearances, including today. Here's the 1-1. Called a strike. Fastball in the lower outside corner. It's 1-2. Dashbach has not gotten a base hit since an infield single to lead off the second inning back on the 6th. That's 15 plate appearances ago. Vargas sets. The 1-2 pitch. Dashbach swings and misses on a 101-mile-an-hour fastball down and inside. First strikeout for Vargas. That's now 10 consecutive plate appearances that Andrew Dashbach has struck out. And after leading off the inning with runners at first and second, Bowie is now down to their final out. J.D. Mundy is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out twice, got hit by a pitch. He was the first batter that Vargas faced in the 8th inning. First pitch to the left-hander. Fastball misses up and inside at 100. It's 1-0. Vargas at 33 pitches in his inning and 2/3 of relief on rehab. The 2-0 pitch. This one smashed out to deep right field. Noel looks up and it's off the top of the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes the winning run in Ortiz. Fontana's down and the Baysox win it. A 2 RBI double for J.D. Mundy. And the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. Their 4th walk-off win. And the first off of the bat of J.D. Mundy this season. Your final this afternoon, Bowie 6, Akron 5. What a thrilling victory it is for the Baysox when all hope really seemed to be lost in that top of the 9th inning. After Jensen Elliott had blown the save, and especially after the 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, this is a team that doesn't think about past at-bats. They go out and they fight.
And such a great moment for J.D. Mundy, who is showing some signs of turning things around after a bit of a slow start this year. What a huge drive there, landing it over the head of Noel to win the ball game.
So the Baysox log their 4th walk-off win of the season this afternoon. We'll step aside and tell you more about it with Baysox postgame in just a little bit. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Sabanas.
Well, interesting day, to say the least, but a good day and a thrilling end to the start of this 6-game series for the Bowie Baysox this afternoon as they collect their 4th walk-off win of the season, a 6-5 final over the Akron Rubber Ducks. Each team plating 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning for the Baysox to come away victorious. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you from Prince George's Stadium as we get started with Baysox postgame. We'll recap this game in depth, get you the key highlights for the last 9 innings, and then look around the Eastern League. Only one other game in action, or one other game that I should say started at 12:05. I'm not sure if they're done yet or not. And then we'll look at the Orioles organization as well, see how some of the other squads are set to play today. But first we recap. So we go all the way back in time to the faraway land of 12:06 p.m. when first pitch came home from Drew Rahm to Jose Tena. It was a called strike, and Rahm would eventually strike out Tena swinging. It was a clean frame for Rahm around a hit by pitch, and in the bottom of the first, the Baysox did get a single, but only sent the minimum to the plate after Connor Norby was picked off. In the second, Rahm danced around a pair of 2-out base runners to keep it scoreless. He struck out 4 batters after just 2, but after the second, Bowie, they only got a single and then 2 more strikeouts from Hunter Gaddis. We were on to the third, still scoreless. A leadoff double by Jose Tena was eliminated on a line-out double play hit into by Brian Lavastida, but in the bottom of the third, Gaddis set down the side in order for the first time, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Top of the fourth, Rahm picked up 2 more strikeouts and stranded the bases loaded after 2 infield singles and a walk. In the bottom of the fourth, Bowie finally got it going. Colton Cowser stepped up and hammered one quickly.
As here's the pitch, and he swings and lifts a high fly ball to center. Escobedo back, still going back, still back on the track, leaping at the wall. It's out of here! Cowser hitting a home run 5 feet to the right of the 405 sign in center field. It's his 3rd Double-A homer, and the Baysox have a 1-0 lead.
Bowie was not done in that inning, however. After Cesar Prieto picked up a double and Hudson Haskin a walk, Joey Ortiz flew out for just the first out of the frame. Shane Fontana, his first game back with Bowie, he had to one-up Cowser.
As Gaddis sets and delivers. Swinging a ball lifted to the air, well hit right center. Escobedo back, still back on the track, and it's out of here, it's gone! Fontana in his return, hitting a 3-run homer, and it's a 4-0 Bowie lead.
Fontana back with a vengeance for the Baysox, his 5th home run of the season, but it would turn into Akron's game from there because the Baysox bats would be shut off. It would be a string of 11 in a row retired into the 8th inning for Akron. So let's focus on how the Ducks did offensively. Drew Rahm allowed a leadoff solo home run to Jose Tena in the 5th inning, making it a 4-1 game. And it did get a little bit closer when George Valera stepped up and delivered a key out. Valera singled on the infield in the 4th inning, got left at third base. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball grounded over to the right side. This will score a run as it's backhanded to the outfield by Connor Norby. Sidearm to first base and in time for the out. An RBI ground out for George Valera scores Rocchio. Inches Akron a bit closer, but Bowie still leads 4-2. Rahm would be able to finish out the inning with his 8th strikeout and close the day there. Unfortunately, though, he would not be able to pick up the win because of a blown save later in the game that we'll get to. In the 6th inning, another run came across for Akron, a 2-out RBI single by Jose Tena to drive in Mike Capriz, made it 4-3, but as the Baysox offense just continued to sputter, Connor Loprich would respond in relief with a perfect 7th inning. In the 8th, Jensen Elliott worked a scoreless frame, working around a 2-out two-out single by striking out a batter to strand the runner. And in the bottom of the eighth, the Baysox, they did get a two-out single by Cesar Prieto, but Carlos Vargas, flame-throwing rehabber, was able to get out of the frame. In the top of the ninth, Jensen Elliott was on for his second inning of relief and was working fast but got into some trouble. Infield single to open. A ground out pushed the runner to second. A walk brought on another, and a ground out pushed both runners into scoring position. So 2 in scoring position, 2 away, while Bowie is ahead 4-3. They just need 1 out. But John Kenzie Noel, he wasn't going to let that happen. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded over to third and through. This might give Akron the lead. Tana scores. Lavastino rounds third. The throw home is late. A 2 RBI single. Elliott has blown the save, and Akron leads 5-4. It was pretty deflating at that point, as Elliott had blown its second save of the season. He fortunately struck out Chris Roller to end the frame before any more damage had come across. But into the bottom of the ninth, Bowie was suddenly trailing by 1 after leading for pretty much the entire game, except, when it was scoreless. Things started to look good, though. A leadoff 4-pitch walk to Joey Ortiz. Shane Fontana on an 0-1 pitch singled to left field. But then Cody Roberts flew out to right. Andrew Dashbach struck out swinging, and all of a sudden there were 2 outs. J.D. Mundy, representing the last chance for the Baysox, had to get a base hit in some capacity. You can't get a productive out. You could draw a walk, sure, but there'd still be 2 outs. Mundy, well, he mashed. The 2-0 pitch. This one smashed. Out to deep right field. Noel looks up, and it's off the top of the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes the winning run in Ortiz. Fontana's down, and the Baysox win it. A 2 RBI double for J.D. Mundy, and the Bowie Baysox are winners once again. It was quite the day for J.D. Mundy to wrap it up that way. As your final, Akron scores 5 runs on 12 hits with no errors. They left on 11. Bowie scores 6 runs on 8 hits with no errors. They left on 4. Just the third time all season, not even. The 3rd time all season that the Baysox collected fewer hits than their opponent and still won the game. Jensen Elliott is the winning pitcher. He moves to 5-2 on the season as Carlos Vargas takes the loss. He falls to 1-2. No save and a walk-off. Game was played in 2 hours and 36 minutes in front of a paid attendance at Prince George's Stadium of 1,522. With the loss, Akron falls to 44-37 on the season, a 2-game losing streak for the Ducks, as they're now 20-19 on the road. With the win, the Baysox move to 35-47 on the year, a 1-game winning streak for Bowie, as they're now 20-20. Some perfect sight here at Prince George's Stadium. Akron is 4-8 in the second half. It took you a while, didn't it? Akron is 4-8 in the second half. Bowie is 8-5 in the second half. Adam? Good finish. Just good finish on what could have been a very tough day. Bowie didn't let themselves get down.
Yeah, and I think Bowie's pitching is really set up well going into the doubleheader tomorrow, in which you've got Bradish, the big leaguer who pitched so well here last year, really probably antsy to get back at it, try to get back to Baltimore on the hill in Game 1, and then Noah Denoyer has really pitched well as a Baysox since coming up, and he'll get the start in Game 2, so opportunity is abound, and 8-5, really a strong start for the Baysox here in this second half of the year.
Oh, they've now taken 5 of the 7 games played with Akron this year, which is another good sign for what might be coming down the stretch, because remember, Bowie is going to make 2 trips to Akron late in the 2022 season. So if they continue to play well, maybe that could translate to big wins in the tail end of the second half. We'll step aside when we return. We've got to check in on the scoreboards, look around the Eastern League and the Orioles organization. As we continue with Baysox postgame, Bowie beats Akron 6-5 with a walk-off. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
That's right, it's Dynamite Night at Prince George's Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Meet legendary actor and comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker, star of the 1970s hit Good Times, with a special VIP meet and greet package available. That's Friday, July 15th for Dynamite Night with Jimmy J.J. Walker at Prince George's Stadium. So head to Baysox.com right now to get your tickets and learn more.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Well, we're back to Prince George's Stadium one final time this afternoon as we get ready to conclude Baysox postgame. Matt Sabatas alongside Adam Pohl with you following a great walk-off win for the Baysox, 6-5 to take down Akron this afternoon and open up the series on a high note. Take this opportunity now to look around the rest of the Eastern League and see how some of the other teams in the league are fared. There's actually only one other game that got going this afternoon, and that was Richmond over at People's Natural Gas Field in Altoona. The Curve put on a 3-spot in the bottom of the second to take a 3-1 lead, and they were hoping to hold on to that, but it was very short-lived. Akron put on 2 runs in the third to tie the game, and it was knotted at 3 for the next 5 innings. That's a tense one. Before Richmond finally broke through, much like today, a 2-spot in the top of the 9th inning. Altoona, though, didn't have the same magic as Bowie did in the bottom of the 9th. Richmond picks up the 5-3 win. The rest of the Eastern League will not get going until later this evening. Portland is on such a hot run right now. The Sea Dogs have the best record in the Eastern League in the second half. They're 11-2 and have won 8 consecutive games, including their series opener with the Somerset Patriots last night. They'll continue that series tonight at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, the Erie Seawolves do currently lead the Southwest Division. Bowie is only one half game back of Erie at the moment, but they will host Binghamton for the second consecutive night. Erie ran away with a big win last night over the Ponies, but if Binghamton can make a little bit of noise, Bowie could find themselves in a tie for first place when the day closes. Reading continues to host New Hampshire, 7 o'clock first pitch at First Energy Stadium in Baseball Town, and Hartford hosts Harrisburg at 7:05 at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Adam, how are the Orioles affiliates doing? Was anyone playing?
Yeah, we got one day game, and unfortunately it's another Delmarva loss. They lost 1-0 at Carolina today, the home of the Mudcats. Delmarva's had a tough year. They're 27-55 on the year. Aberdeen will be at home tonight, we hope, at 7:05, taking on Jersey Shore. Matt spoke of it during our game broadcast today, but they had damage to their right field wall with the rough storms that came through today. Norfolk is at home as well. Former Baysox Mike Bauman will look for his first AAA win of the year tonight as he gets the start against Worcester. The Tides are 41-44 on the year, but obviously the eyes are on the big leagues where the Orioles are now back at 500. They've won 9 in a row. They'll send Spencer Watkins with a 2-1 record to the mound for an 8:05 first pitch at Wrigley Field, looking for a 10th consecutive win, trying to get one for the second thumb and then move to the toes on this winning streak.
Well, it's been a fun day. Of course, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's, and he had a fun one. 6-5, a walk-off win over the Akron Rubber Ducks, their 4th walk-off of the year. Two sides will meet again tomorrow as they continue the 6-game tilt with a doubleheader to make up for yesterday's postponed game. Game 1 will start at 5:35, which means our DCA Imaging Systems pregame coverage starting at 5:15. Kyle Bradish, making his second appearance on the Major League Rehab Trail, will start Game 1, as Tanner Bibby will start Game 1 for Akron. Neither player has a record. They're both 0-0, and they're both sporting a 0 ERA. Bibby, I think, is just making his second AA start. Game 2 will see Noah Denoyer go up against Luis Oviedo. Denoyer 0-2, but with a 2.19 ERA. Oviedo 0-3 with a 6.61. We've got plenty to come tomorrow, but for now we say so long. Alongside Adam Pohl, I'm Matt Sabatas saying thank you so much for stopping by this afternoon because you tuned in for a fun one. Bowie walks off Akron 6-5. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.